Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to FreshandFit Podcast. We're here with Casey Redbeard.
Yep.
We're going to talk about Colombia. We got a great show planned for you guys. I've been waiting for this one for a minute.
And actually, guess what? He's so bright and I'm so dark. The show took forever to start.
It rhymed! And we are back. What's up, guys? Welcome to FreshandFit Podcast, where we have really bad jokes with Fresh.
That's pretty good, man.
But other than that, guys, real quick announcement before we get into the show, because today has been a highly anticipated episode.
And we just came back from New York, man.
Yeah, we just got back from New York.
Andrew Schulz and Academics Podcast is pretty lit.
Yep. We did the Flagrant 2 episode with Andrew Schulz and HAHH and his squad, and then we also did 2 episodes with Academics.
And Brittany Renner.
Yes,
What?
yes. We did one episode where we talked about getting canceled, which was hilarious. And then I went on a rant on that one. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. And then also we did an episode with Brittany Renner where Brittany is not as bad as they say, guys. I knew that me and her weren't going to argue. She thought that we were going to argue, but we just say what we always say, like, bro, she's the type of girl that you got to defend yourself from. And, you know, it's just a dance between the two genders to get what they want. And, you know, Brittany has obviously done pretty well at getting what she wants and finessing and, you know, building a name for herself and getting on platforms and everything else like that. So we had a discussion. It was really good talk. It really was, despite what people may think. But yeah, go check it out on Academics Off the Record podcast. It's on Spotify. And then we did the cancellation one the day before, and then we did Flagrant, which I don't know when. Do you know when that one's going to drop?
It's supposed to be next week. They didn't put it in their regular episode on Tuesday for this week, but they wanted to edit it, I guess. I don't know. But
yeah,
next week.
It's crazy.
It was crazy show. It was wild.
Yeah. But yeah, go check it out, guys. But anyway, quick announcement, patreon.com/FreshFit, guys. Help us reach 2,000 patrons, guys. We're in the middle of the month. Help us get there. Well, a little over the middle of the month. But patreon.com, guys, /FreshFit, where you have all the behind-the-scenes content you can't find anywhere else. So check us out over there. Also, check us out on Spotify, guys. We're on Spotify, Google, Apple Podcasts, every single platform you guys listen to podcasts. We are there. Just click that anchor link below and check us out.
Get the merch, man. The hoodies that I never wear. Also, for example, shirts, everything like that. Get the hoodies and also the merch. It's cold out here, so get that stuff ASAP. FreshFitPodcastStore.com.
Wait, does Fresh have more energy today?
No,
Nigga,
I just sneezed.
I slept.
Just had a nap.
Yeah,
I thought we started 20 minutes late.
I took a nap.
Oh,
Eat into my time, boy.
What? Shout out to Fresh.
Nigga, it was you. Anyway, go ahead.
Anyways,
So yeah, guys, get the merch. FreshFitPodcastStore.com, where Fresh doesn't get any of the merch at. Also, guys, check us out. We have another YouTube channel. It's called Fresh Fit Clips, guys. So what we're going to be doing, guys, we're going to be releasing 2 clips on the Clips channel, and then we're going to be releasing 1 clip on the main channel per day. We're going to put out more content, and you guys are still going to get the daily streams on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You get the 2 streams with the, Money Monday, Womanizer Wednesday, and then the nighttime show at the After Hours show. And then you also will get a clip every single day, as well as the shorts, guys. So we got y'all with a bunch of content. Nobody can stop us.
Guys,
no one posts as much as us. And we got y'all.
Do us a huge favor, guys. We're 100 subs away from hitting 150K subs on the Clips channel. So
Oh,
guys,
shit.
All we need is 100 subs on this channel, the new one, Fresh Fit Clips. Hey, 150K.
Yeah, guys, help us get to 150K on that one, man. 100 more subs, and it will help us quite a bit. So like the video. Also, guys, check us out on Fresh. Yeah, tell them about your vlog channel.
Oh, yo, Chris, bring it real quick. So, guys, we had a full trip to New York. Man, I hated it, bro. It was cold. It was dirty. Myron knew how to get around. I was a fish out of water, bro. I didn't know what was happening.
New York is like the most overrated.
But we had a great time on the vlog because
City, New
Myron
York
was schooling me, and it was dope. So, check out the vlog we just put up yesterday, and then yeah, this one right here. This one has 36K views already. So shout out to y'all, man. And Myron was like telling me to like a bunch of shit, but it's funny, man. It was funny.
Myron in New York.
It was like a big brother telling me what to do. It was pretty funny.
damn, shit dirty as fuck though, man. Shout out to
Is
New
he
York, by
dirty,
the way.
right? I'm telling you, bro.
Shout out to New York, by the
Just
way.
dirty.
That was Bushwick, bro. That was
God
Brooklyn.
damn.
That
lost.
show was trash,
We got
bro.
lost.
Man,
That's pretty funny.
trash. I've always said it, bro. New York City is the most overrated city, in my opinion. No offense to my New Yorkers out there, but bro, y'all fucking up. You guys need to come
Bing
down to
bong.
Florida, spending all that money to live in that cold ass weather, bro. Fuck out of
Bro.
here, man.
I see why girls run to Miami and stay here, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's the state taxes, the city taxes. I don't know why you guys are up there, man. Y'all got to get the hell out. That's a whole other thing. Chris, tell about your stuff.
Guys, for me, I'm switching Aaron Parkson, man. Shout out to you guys, Merch Gang, acpmerchgang.com. Hey, shout out to Mo for winning merch. Hey. We out here. So this weekend we did a lit stream. Shout out to you guys. Fortnite, we got some W's. We were playing with Issa, about to go down in the Merch Gang. Shout out to Discord, by the way. You guys are lit. Let's get it. And ladies, if you want to go on to a show, DM me and Aaron C. Parkson on IG. You guys are awesome. Just make sure you DM me, not angry message. So far, you guys been good.
They haven't been calling you a colorist or a racist anymore?
It ended like about a day ago.
Bro, I'm still getting them, bro. I'm still getting them, man.
I miss hearing your voice, man.
Hey, well, I try.
To all the angry fat black women that DM me complaining, saying that I'm a colorist.
It doesn't matter what you think.
And we're going to keep saying what the fuck we want to say because we don't make content for y'all. So go suck a fucking dick, bitch. Anyway, back to that. Yo, Chris, by the way, it really does sound like you burnt your tongue, bro. It is hilarious when you speak.
Right?
No, I can't talk either, but like, it's just funny, bro. Sorry, Chris.
All right. And for any video reactions, DM Fresh or Freshman CEO, and then Super Chats real quick, and then we'll introduce our buddy
so far,
Casey.
Nope. We got two, actually. Let's see.
Cool.
Well, we'll wait for that. Casey, can you introduce yourself to the people?
Yeah, absolutely. Casey Redbeard is my handle. It's what I go by. A lot of the guys in the super chats and what I hear them say, oh, Fresh and Fit since 20K. I've been here since 10K. You guys are at 560K and climbing now. I've been around since 0.
It doesn't matter.
Thank you for that. Yeah, I was gonna say the toughest thing about this podcast is we can't clown each other and use the language that we're used to using around each other. That's holding my tongue. But no, I met Walter when I first moved out to Miami. I refused to call him Fresh. Walter Dalton.
Shut up, my guy.
Dalton.
We met through Hero, which is his dog, his Shiba Inu. Quick story: I was out approaching girls in Lincoln Road, which is kind of like an outdoor strip mall where you can just be social and meet people.
Miami Beach.
Yeah, Miami Beach, exactly. And was there another friend, and we saw Walter and Hero. Hero's the dog, and me and my buddy are kind of like, well, we're out here chasing the girls down, but this guy's got it figured out. Like he knows what's up. The girls are chasing him because he's got that dog. So we met up. We became cool. Long story short, he became my roommate. And then I guess about I don't know, was it 6 months later? Shout out to Solo TV 84 who introduced you two guys.
Shout out Solo.
And you were on the phone with Myron for about 10-15 minutes or something like that.
It was an hour, bro.
It was an hour? Well, I'm talking about before you
saying when he came in.
Before I came in, yeah. Then you're like, yo, you got to meet this guy. This guy is cool as heck. Should I say fuck? Cool as fuck?
Yeah, you can swear.
Cool as fuck.
This is Fresh and Fit, baby.
It sounded weird for me to say heck.
Just say whatever you want. I just made fun of fat bitches. Go ahead.
That's right. So yeah, we all met, and I think we all went out and had a really homosexual bromance.
We did.
Right away. We all hit it off. So yeah, I've been around since day one with you guys.
Yeah, he has. I make fun of him all the time, and for you guys that are wondering, yes, he is that pale.
It's not a lighting trick.
I do have white friends.
Yeah.
Here you go.
There you go. Exhibit A. You know what I'm saying? We got the white guy, and it's funny because he's Jewish and I'm Muslim, so it's like we make a bunch of jokes that I can't say on here.
Yeah.
But yes,
ruthless.
Yes, we really do attack each other very bad because this is crazy to me how like people be on internet. Hey, you guys are so offensive. I'm like, bro, do you hear how we talk to each other off air? Probably not.
It was bad, man.
You got Chris Marie in the chat, boy.
Of course.
You got what? Oh,
no, his Colombian.
Mi novia.
His girl's in the chat.
Colombian love.
Yeah.
Oh,
shout out to Colombia
oh,
already.
you better be quiet. Oh,
no. I don't need to. I think it's really weird when guys need permission.
He fucks a bunch of girls here in the United States. Break up with him now.
What the fuck, bro?
Leave him.
What the hell, dog?
Actually, mi amor.
He fucks all the black girls, man. He goes after them, man. The white girls and the Spanish
Baby.
girls. He dabbles in the dark. He dabbles in the dark. He like the Shaniquas.
Listen, baby. I swear to God, everything they're saying is all lies. None of this is true. I do not fuck a lot of girls here in America. I fuck a lot of girls in Colombia, which you already know about, of course. Yeah, I don't hold back anything. I think it's really weird. Like random thing. This is many years ago. Me and my buddies were gonna. Long story short, we had to go out of state. We were gonna do some business thing and try to make a bunch of money. And the first thing I said when I had this idea is everyone's like, "Oh, I got to get permission from my girl. I got to clear with my girl first." And I'm like, "You're a grown man. and you need permission from your girl to
Exactly.
go make money.
Yeah.
So she can go get her nails done or whatever it is. It's not like you're going out of town for even something, even for whatever reason, you shouldn't have to ask permission. But especially to go make some bread. So yeah, with her, everything is, transparent. Yeah.
Give me a hell yeah.
All
It's
right.
in the chat.
We got Peanut Patootie, $5. Welcome back to Miami. Oh,
FNF.
Chris, why you always do that, bro?
Making sure everyone gets a
Glad to have
Nigga,
you
man,
back.
right in the middle.
3 shows in a row, including Fed It. You guys treat us so well. Shout out to the UK crew them.
Yes, I just broke down the Pooch Icy case, guys. Go check it out on my channel after this show, of course. Almost Vegan, the podcast, $2. And then Fresh, you got a lot of energy. You want to read these things?
Yeah.
Let's see how much you triple over.
Yeah, a little nap.
2, 3, 3, 3, 3. $5 says Miami made y'all soft. Couldn't handle the NYC weather. LOL. Lucky I didn't go to week prior when it was 11 degrees. Bro, facts, bro. I was nigga. I had on a warmer, 2 shirts, a turtleneck, a jacket, thanks to you, and some gloves and a beanie.
You know, they have jackets that like they turn on heat. Like they have like they're electric and you charge the jacket and the jacket like generates heat.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They have jackets like that?
There
Sounds
are
pretty-
jackets like that.
Sounds pretty funny though.
Okay.
Something that you would wear. King Chris, $5. Keep it up. Venom once again. I was rolling on the beginning of the off the record with Myron, going in on a girl in Fresh's life. Talking about Frank Castle or White Castle.
Yo, real quick on that shit. Hold on. Yo, so we're waiting to do the live, right, with academics, right? So I'm already kind of energized up because we had just got done with doing Flaker. I'm like, all right, round 2. And this girl is on, Fresh is going live before as we're getting set up. And the girl's waiting on the live for a minute. How long did she wait there to talk to you?
Oh, from the very beginning.
Yeah. So like 20, 30 minutes. So Fresh brings her on and she starts like talking shit about him, calling him the COON word and a bunch of other things like, why do you hate black women, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, bro, we don't hate black women. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. We roast everyone the same. And then I start going in on her because she was fat as hell and she wouldn't put herself on camera. And that's when I started roasting her. She kept trying to bring it back to color. And I was like, bro, we're not talking about race. We're talking about how you need to go ahead and run a race because you are fat as fuck. All right?
Oh, Lord.
I body shame everybody.
That's funny.
Go ahead. But
There you
yeah, bro,
go.
I was roasting that chick. You guys, that was the end. You guys should, if you guys had caught it from the beginning, I was
Yeah.
roasting her even worse in the beginning. It was
Yeah.
really bad.
She got it hard.
Once they said we're recording, I was like, okay, I have to chill a little bit. But before that, it was bad. Go ahead.
AL, $20 says, right back to work. Holy, just another reason why there's no excuse to not work hard. You guys just done handling business, travel back to do a show the very day. I don't know if you guys see it, but that's motivation to me. Facts, brother. Shout out to AL. Backstander88 says, bring the Remy Ma lookalike back. She's funny as fuck. She'll be on tonight. There you go.
Oh, really?
Shout out to Shay
Yeah.
and Blodia. DL Saint, $100 super chat. Shout out to you, bro. Can we talk about Poblado? Thanks again for the hospitality, Fresh and Fit. Shout out to you, bro. DL Saint. DJ Links J says, my G, Big Mo. Wagwan, brother. It's your boy, Links. Fresh and Fit, big ups to y'all. Much love for the show.
Welcome, brethren.
There you go. Vader White Teeth, $5 says, have some super chat in a minute. I just want to say I love y'all podcast. I never miss a live show. I'm always here. Keep up the good work. I'll always be here. Thank you, bro. And JJ False Narrative brought me here to hate, but the truth made me stay. Keep going.
Damn. Okay.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
dope,
And
man.
yo, real talk. Our haters really do bring a lot of people over to us, and then they start watching the content, and they're like, wait, what the fuck? Yo, what?
Yeah.
Why do people hate these dudes? And it's like, then you start to realize that they just make hate videos because they can't create like we do. You know what I'm
And
saying?
we're almost at 560K, so make sure you guys sub to our channel. Let's get it.
That's
All right.
actually how my mentor, Owen Cook, got started in getting his clout. He was the bad guy in the book, The Game. And then that same thing, they came for the hate and stayed for the truth.
Bam.
Wow.
So
last
last two. Okay. What's up, FNF? It's Scotty from Dallas. I just got back from Medellin today, and Casey is certified in Las Calles.
The streets.
In the streets. The streets know him as Poppy Pipe Out, and they put respect on his name. Peseros, we up. 360 Jeezy. Thank you so much.
Parceros means like dudes.
Oh, okay. Oh, City Boys, we up. All right, in Spanish.
Hey.
And then all three of you give your go-to artist or podcast when you get in the car, $5. Davis and Scriba. I can't think of one right now, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Fresh and Fit, man.
Yeah, Fresh and Fit, man.
Fresh
Listen,
and Fit.
we number one. So real quick, I just want to say this too. As you guys know, we make jokes all the time or whatever, but Casey really is the authority when it comes to Colombia. He has a house out there. He's there like at least once or twice a month. There is no one that I know in the entire seduction / pickup / red pill community, etc., whatever you guys want to call it, that has more of a knowledge about Colombia than this guy. He maintains a house out there, maintains a rotation out there. He damn near has gotten visas, etc. No one, I'm telling you, no one in the community knows more about Colombia. And some of your favorite pickup guys, etc., that go to Colombia confer with him for stuff. You know what I'm saying? They talk with him about things and ask him questions. So he is definitely the authority. Casey, can you tell us a little bit more? I mean, obviously, we know who you are. We know what you've done. And, I want to let the people know. But give them a little bit more introduction on who you are and what makes you the Colombia king, even though we know you are.
Absolutely. There was a super chat we may address in a second. A guy was shouting out David Bond, how he has a harem in Colombia. That's actually a good friend of mine. I've known him since 2013, and I may be hearing him on the show. He's a pretty big YouTuber as well. But anyway, back to me. This isn't about David Bond. It's my show. So yeah, I've been involved in the dating and seduction community since, I guess, 2009. There was a time when I was meeting anybody you can name in the seduction community who was a somebody. Of course, real social dynamics. Love
is a good friend of yours.
Yeah, Owen Cook's a good friend of mine.
He's the reason Owen Cook came on.
Exactly.
By the way, guys, I got to give you your flowers on that.
Casey.
Yeah.
He is the reason he came on the pod is because of Casey. So
yeah, thank you. Yeah, you did like a quadruple take because I just come and go. Like I'm good friends with these guys. So sometimes I'll come to the studio unannounced. I'm on the list. I just come and go. And I was sitting on the couch. They were doing a show, and then I walked down there. Probably Casey just dipped out. Then I come back with Owen Cook, and then Myron's just kind of like.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? Because we're interviewing Ro.
I was like, what the fuck? In the middle of a live show, he's like, wait, is that?
I knew that he was coming.
Yeah. It was
Anyway. Clue. But yeah.
So, I met everybody. I was like on a mission, right? Guys get into this. We tend to get obsessed with it. You go down the rabbit hole and, it's really fun to learn it. And even naturally, I've always been kind of, red pilled. Even things not necessarily related to dating and women. Like I always looked at things like, even like a 40-hour work week, like selling your soul for some corporation for, $12 an hour. I always thought, why would anybody do that? Why wouldn't you just, try to make passive income or, own a business? Things like, I kind of noticed the mainstream media was all, BS before it was like so dramatic that everybody, noticed it. And I've been living in Colombia on and off, meaning like maybe minimum 3 months of the year up to 9 or 10 months of the year for the last 6 years. I speak Spanish more or less fluently.
Give him a taste.
Yeah.
Just a small taste.
Yo hablo el español con casi 100% fluidez.
Ay, papi.
Yeah.
It says freshest.
Yay!
Pause.
Freshest back and forth.
Pause, nigga.
I think Fresh got a little too excited. I think the table just jerked up in his.
I speak Spanish with almost a lot of fluidity.
Yeah, with almost 100% fluid.
Wait, Mo, how do you know that, Mo?
Yeah, because he knows Spanish.
Because Mo speaks Spanish too, bro.
I'm fucking with him.
Mo got that Spanish and that Creole.
And then last thing I'll wrap up about me, then we'll get into the content, is we were kind of alluding to this before. I do have a girlfriend in Colombia. I've had girlfriends before. I'm not just some guy who just passes through and stays in like the hot touristy area for a week and, think I'm an expert to talk about it. I have, Colombian friends, been there for 6 years. I did have a visa one time for a year, learn the language, know the locals, not just some guy, like we went to Italy over Europe and we stayed in Florence and toured the Colosseum and then left. Like, no, like I was in the trenches, some crazy stories there. And yeah, and I do have a girlfriend there, but as you guys may have guessed, we are in an open relationship for me.
Hey, City Boys, we up, baby.
Open on my end. I don't hide anything from her. I just told her, like, I love this. This is awesome. I want to keep seeing you, but I
you tell about all the girls you banged here, the Shaniquas and the Quandas.
White boy music.
He dabbles in the dark for us.
Yeah.
No, I don't chase American women anymore. We're gonna get into that. Actually, not be a good
perfect.
transition.
Actually, perfect segue.
Yeah.
So can you tell us about some of the big differences between dating Western women versus Latin women?
Yeah, absolutely. So the main difference between like kind of the dating culture in Colombia, or just say Latin America in general, but especially Colombia and the West, is in general here in the West, when you see a beautiful woman, the guy that she's with, more oftentimes than not, is like absolutely perfect in every metric. He's, 6'2" plus, he's jacked, he's super charismatic, he's rich, he's, I don't know, funny, everything, right? In Colombia, this is not the case. You actually see normal looking guys with pretty girls, which, to anybody who's watching, like, let that sink in for a minute here. Think about, when you see attractive women, with the type of guys that usually with, celebrities. I mean, even in Miami, when you see the guy and he's not like physically attractive, perfect.
He got bread.
A
lot.
Exactly.
He got money.
Or fame or clout. I'm going to refer to my notes here so I don't get lost. So, okay. Let's say this, right? you're in America, you're an American guy, and you're by the superficial sexual market rating system, you're like a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
So what does that mean? Maybe you're 5'11", make about 80 to 90 grand a year, fairly good social skills. Maybe you're in a frat, you did some partying, maybe you weren't drunk all the time, so you actually retain some of the social skills. And then you go to bars and you talk to women, and especially if you're going for, pretty girls, you're probably just getting rejected the entire time. And you're wondering, what's wrong with me? We tend to blame ourselves. You're like, why am I going home alone? Like, I'm objectively like kind of a catch. Like, I'm not a super baller, but I'm definitely, far above average.
Halfway.
Yep. Why are they, why can't, and then as the night goes on, maybe you lower your standards.
Yeah.
And as we all do, and then you still go home empty-handed. You're like, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you. Dating is kind of broken in the West, and that's why there's such I don't know, what do you call it, like an exodus of men from the Western world going to Colombia, because it just doesn't work like that. You'll see a guy who flat broke, maybe he's 5'5", and he's just dating a girl that maybe by Colombia standards is like a 7 or an 8, and by here is like an 11.
Yeah.
In Oklahoma, she's
yeah.
like a 12 out of 10. And you just don't have to be absolutely perfect. I'd say that's, we're going to go into more of that. I'd say that's one of the biggest differences.
So
right
we actually
there.
have an example here in the studio of someone you never would expect to get results in Colombia. Mo, can you tell us your experience, bro? Because Mo, you've been there.
Yep. I know the guys in the studio have seen proof of that I don't show in public.
Yo,
So
I can't unsee it. God damn, bro.
I can't either, bro.
Bro, I sure was like just spit swabbing all over the place.
Just real quick, Mo, tell us your experience in Colombia, just real quick.
It was a beautiful experience. It was something brand new. It actually went by myself. And a lot of my friends thought it was crazy, but it made me really appreciate things that we have here, that even Myron always talks about, what we have to appreciate, and why we should be grateful for everything. And there's beautiful women. There's like, you think beautiful women are everywhere here in the United States? Colombia, it's almost like every peripheral vision you see like 10 beautiful women like every 2 seconds.
There you go.
When you get off a plane at midnight, 1 a.m., you do the red-eye flight. The girls that come in their hazmat suits and their, chemical respirators to clean the plane of, beer bug and all that, they're like 7.5s. Like, even through like the horrible like scrubs that they're wearing that are not at all flattering, like you can tell they got booty. You know what I mean?
Booty.
And they're cleaning planes at 1 a.m. When was the last time, anybody can chime in, Mo, Chris, anybody, when was the last time you saw a very attractive woman in the West, in the Western world, waiting for the bus?
Never, really. Hardly.
I can't think of it.
Rare.
If I did,
Almost never.
Working at
one time?
Walmart.
Years.
Working at Walmart.
Hardly ever.
Working at a gas station.
Maybe
Rare.
Wendy's by accident.
You might run into them every now and then, but not commonly.
It's probably Hialeah. Hialeah, it's a pretty cute girls in Hialeah.
In Miami, it's been an exception. You'll get girls that, just came here from South America and they don't know what's up yet. They
that's
haven't
facts.
discovered a certain website where men sponsor your whole life.
Sugar sites.
They haven't discovered that yet, and they're pure and untainted. But aside from that, you just generally
no, it's true.
don't see that.
That's facts.
So to move it along here, sorry, not texting anybody, just looking at my notes here. Another big difference you see with dating there versus dating here, there's not this big power struggle of who's going to show emotion first. I remember I saw this meme. It's an older meme. It's from like 2015. It was like Floyd Mayweather boxing Manny Pacquiao, and he's like, juking like a punch.
Mhm.
And then the fist says the feels, aka like the feelings, caring about somebody.
Yeah.
And then Floyd, who's juking the feelings, is like, it says me. So it's like the fist is the feelings, and then me, like you're dodging the feelings. And I never got that. I never got why women are just so like nonchalant, and they don't like to show much. It's kind of this like power struggle of like who's gonna like admit that they like the other person.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
You're
about?
saying when women don't show interest, or they don't telegraph interest in the West in general, which is very true.
Yeah.
they could fucking love you or really like you, but they're gonna do everything in their power to like not make it look like they care.
They want to protect their interests at all times.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's two reasons. One reason is something you talk about a lot. They go into their logical brain and they say, well, what do I like? Like, what attracts me, or, you know, what makes a guy attractive, you know, in my eyes. And it's when the guy's maybe a little bit aloof, when the guy, you know, kind of acts like he has better options, which doesn't work in Colombia. I don't want to go off on a tangent here, but like holding the door open for her, pushing her chair out for being a gentleman, like actually works, you know, over there.
We've heard this about Ukraine as well.
Yeah.
Like anywhere where the women are more feminine and the men have to be more masculine, like you don't get punished for being a gentleman like you do here in the United States. You get punished for chivalry here. Over there, it seemed as extremely flattering and attractive.
Bro, I'll never forget. I went to Colombia, right? I was in the mall,
El Centro Comercial Santa Fe.
There you go, Santa Fe, right?
This guy.
The girl I was meeting there showed up maybe like 5 minutes late. She was so sorry. She paid for the meal.
Wow.
I was like, yo, let me pay. She said, nah, I was late. I'll pay for it. I was like, what the? Yo, common courtesy there for girls is crazy, bro.
And that's another thing. In the Western world, it's kind of like this thing where like the man courts the woman, right? And he's doing all these romantic gestures. He's getting her the flowers and all that. And the woman just kind of receives. Whereas over there, they're extremely romantic. Like, you know, and the thing is, you guys may have let that just, you know, pass in one ear, not the other. Like, oh, you know, she paid for food, you know, for the both of you. Maybe it was like, yeah, $15. That could be like a large percentage of her salary.
Yep.
Like, yeah, my girlfriend got me a wallet, $50, $60 wallet. She makes like $350 US a month.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Sorry to interrupt.
So-
Shout out Tommy, by the way.
Oh, we got Tommy Sotomayor in the
shout out to you,
building.
bro. Shout out to Tommy Sotomayor in the
Tommy, man.
fucking house, man.
That must have been a good one. I'm gonna go back and watch
So
that
now you can check.
episode.
So is it the Soto Nation. All right. But yeah, so I guess so being a gentleman in Colombia isn't going to punish you. And you know, we talked about this extensively with Sterling Cooper, Andrew Tate, and with Justin Waller. And they were saying how like if you show up with flowers on a date with a girl in Ukraine, she's actually going to admire and respect that and like you more. Versus if you were to do that here in the United States, oh Lord,
She goes, oh boy,
Yeah.
I'm about to take him for a ride.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
She puts you in that other.
That was
category
easy.
immediately.
Or it's like, what does he want from me? This is too nice. Like there's an angle here. It's like, no, we're just showing genuine desire. But
And I'd say the other reason why girls don't like to, you know, show interest or commit or, you know, whatever is because bit of a stereotype, but I'd say, you know, it's true in a lot of common cases amongst the very attractive women in the big cities in this country is that they have a guy who is like their go-to guy for getting really good pipe. Then they have the guy, of course, who's paying her bills. Then she has the promoter who has access to all the cool parties, you know, the celebrity parties and whatnot. Then she has another guy who, you know, I don't know, he's helping her with her music career or, you know, whatever it is. Myron can't stop
this sounds so
laughing.
familiar, bro.
No, it's just funny because we have this conversation all the fucking time and we laugh at like the stupid shit that girls say when they're like, oh, I got this guy that does this, they got that. And it's like, yo, like
It's like baseball
Continue.
cards.
Go ahead.
They have like their Mickey Mantle and their Babe Ruth. And you know, for better or worse, mostly for the better, when I say Colombian, by the way, I'm referring to, you know, Venezuela, Cuba, most Latin American countries are fairly, you know, similar in that regard. They are very much like a Disney romantic kind of a thing. If they meet you and like you, like for instance,
they show
time,
that like they show that attraction to you right away. They don't sit there and fucking try to play hard to get and play these games and piss you off.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
And I like that point that you made about like American women tend to make the fatal error of thinking that, well, if a guy does this, it's attractive, so let me do it too, which is like being, you know, competitive, assertive, dominant. Let me like show my attraction. Let me not play hard to get because that makes a guy attractive to me. And what women don't understand is that men are not the same as women. You know what I'm saying? Like if a woman shows her interest in you and she like actually puts in work, you're more likely to actually keep the fucking guy. But women don't do that in the West because they think I don't want to come off as needy, but actually coming off a little bit needy makes you, how do I say? It makes you a little bit more attractive as a woman because a guy's going to look at you and be like, damn, like this girl provides so much goddamn value. Like all these other chicks don't do shit for me. So like, I'm just going to
I
keep
think the big
fucking
problem
her.
too is that a lot of girls choose the wrong guy. He's not willing to give them that attention that they need for being, you know, genuine. And then as a result, they're like, oh, you know what? Every guy's like this. I'm gonna hold back. to see what happens. But like that's
They take an L every time they do
Yeah.
that shit.
And then we could probably jam out on this all day too. It goes deeper than that. Just the general mainstream media narrative is that men are bad, more or less. Especially white men, patriarchal, heterosexual, unvaccinated white men.
Yes, like
are
you,
the
evil.
are basically have to apologize for our existence.
Yeah, seriously.
I looked up one time from a podcast. It was voted like YouTube ad of the year, and it's for bonobos. And without getting too far into it, it's just basically like a replica of the Gillette commercial. Being masculine is bad, and
Yeah.
just I'm sorry for being a man. I'm sorry for being a penis.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for having a penis.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right.
So we cover basically the difference between
differences
foreign.
between Western,
Western
and
women.
Latin women. So now it's about meeting women.
yeah.
So if someone wants to go ahead and meet chicks in Colombia.
I'll
Real
do
quick.
one similarity, if I may, real
Go,
quick.
go,
This
go.
is just real fast. One similarity between Western women and Latin American women. They both prefer to spend your money. Problem is, down there, it won't cost you. It'll cost you 20% of what it'll cost you here.
Bro.
But it's very chivalrous thing. The man takes care of the woman. The man, pays for everything. But in return, she's like very cooperative. She's not combative. She listens. She's like, the support. I might go so far as to say submissive. I know people get triggered.
What is that word
by
again?
That word.
Submission.
What is that word again?
Sumisa. Anyway, sorry.
No. It's the Superchats.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, super.
All right, we'll hit the super chats, then we're gonna get into what it's like
And guys,
how
yeah,
to
the
meet the
dating,
women.
yeah.
By the way, this is Casey Redbeard once again. Shout out to him.
Okay, John Michael Miss Ozzy. I hope you can bring Matt Cross 33 Secrets on this show.
All
Okay,
right.
Star D, $5. Thank you so much. Brown King, $5. Colombia looks amazing. Are you guys following that dude David Bond? He's got a little harem of Colombian bi girls thoughts.
Casey's boy?
because he knows them.
Yeah, I just addressed that. Yeah.
Tiago Henrique de Souza, all the way from Brazil. Before we start, yes, come to South America, guys. It's way easier here, even more so for foreigners. I have hideous friends that get a lot of 304s. Yeah, I believe it. Asikia Musa, going to Medellin for the second time this Friday. Colombia is the promised land. Believe it. $10. G. Head to Colombia for the second time next week. Last time I was there was before COVID, flying into Cartagena, then Medellin. Got a team waiting for me when I get there. God damn. Okay, team. You said team. All right, the Three Kings. Have you guys watched Zoom to Thailand's channel? His content is great and shows off Pattaya, another hotspot for men looking to go overseas.
Actually, I am Marwa has some Colombia vlogs that are very viral. And if you want to see Colombia in live in color, go to I am Marwa. He has excellent vlogs. On that.
Okay. Who else? And then we got the Tommy Sotomayor
Sotomayor,
show.
oh, man.
Hey, thank you guys. Can't wait to do the show again in the future. Shout out to you, Tommy, man, right there, one of the OGs.
What's up, Tommy? And Tommy, I saw your text. I'll get you those Instagrams soon. So I got you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, absolutely. And we will bring Tommy. You guys will see Tommy often on the show, a recurring theme. I know you guys really enjoyed that show.
Yeah.
And shout out to Tommy, man, one of the OGs in the space.
Dude,
Go subscribe to his
spitting
YouTube channel.
Straight fire, man.
Straight fire, bro.
Like, support Tommy.
We gotta, you know what I'm saying? We gotta pay homage back to the people that paved the road, and he was definitely one of them, man. So shout out to Tommy Sotomayor. You guys will see him again. Don't worry. Robert Sinanis, $2. How dangerous is Colombia? We will talk about danger.
Yep.
Excellent question.
Yep.
$5, Star D. This episode, guys, is gonna deal with everything related to Colombia: women, touring, food, how to find a place, all that shit. We're gonna talk about. $5, Star D King. I have a question for the bros. Is it okay to date a woman that's older than you? I'm 18, she's 25, or do I keep her as a side chick? I want to take it too serious. Just date her and see how it goes.
Yep.
Michael Cornell. Was it hard to purchase real estate there? Did you end up getting a vaccine? I know they just made it mandatory for tourists. Don't worry. We'll talk about that as well. Keem I am is the same thing in Spain. There's no such thing as taking one for the team. They're all 8s and 10s. No BS. Okay. $50 from Paul Luckett and the NS2. I am a Medellin Go. I have been going to Colombia for 2 years now, and I got the connect for men of value to me. Any beautiful women from 18 to 35, rather they want a housewife or a side chick. After I become successful, Colombia changed my life. Okay, cool. And then we got Casey said he's friends with David Bond. Can you verify if he's going what he's doing in Colombia is real? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'll just that really quickly. I can see why that would blow your mind and be outside of your reality as a man coming from the West, but absolutely, it's not that hard to do what he does, believe it or not.
Take
Look 'em all.
2300. Chat, don't forget, don't simp out with gifts and money in Colombia, or soon they'll end like the women here. Or also heard now Thailand because they finesse. Okay.
Actually, if you like, we let the cat out of the bag, and then if you go over there and do the same stuff, it might end up being the same thing. So don't do it.
Yeah. You still got to have RP awareness.
Yeah.
Mr. Chunky Pack, we don't watch the FNF ops. Y'all gang for life. Can't wait to see Myron and Fresh on Flagrant Pod. We smoking that Chunkleton pack all day.
Chunkleton.
I don't know who that is, but okay. Easy Ian, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it, man. If you guys watch people that talk shit about us, it's fine, bro. It is what it is. It's just that, notice how we don't have to talk about them to get views, and they have to keep mentioning our name and tag us in their videos to get views. There's
Facts.
difference. Easy E, $10. And then Black Tiger set $8 Australian, Southern Hemisphere, Pattaya, Thailand, the place to be. All right, cool. All right, so let's talk about meeting women.
So real quick, I'll do a shameless plug for myself. I'll talk about this more later, but I am doing live in-person, we call them boot camps, training on how to meet Colombian women online, in person, how to navigate the city, everything from A to Z. The website is datingcoachcolombia.com. One more time.
Can you bring it up, Chris?
It's not. Is it up for the site?
Yeah. Well, I guess there's a
It's in
link
bio.
in the bio, the description of this video. Yeah, datingcoachcolombia.com. I'll talk more about that later, I guess. Let me refer to my notes here so we could move it along. So, okay, we talked about some of the differences in.
Here it is.
Okay, it's just an opt-in to put in your email and get more information. Our February and March programs are sold out. There's also an email address there. Do not fucking DM me, by the way. If you DM me, you're excommunicated. Just go through the proper channels.
And he's serious too.
Yeah, email me and we'll make it happen. Not only how to meet women in every imaginable way, I can teach you how to get a harem like David Bond has. I more or less have the same thing. I have one main girlfriend that I really, really care about, and the other women are just like for pleasure on my penis. Yeah, they're for short term, and she's the only one that I care about enough to keep around long term.
Cool.
I'll show you how to do all that. But anyway, so we talked about kind of the differences in the dating culture. Now I'll talk about the differences in the women, which we kind of touched on. Some of this will be repeated, but no surprise here. The biggest difference between Latin American women, Colombian, Venezuelan, whatever, and women in the West is the femininity. The women there are docile, soft, feminine. They're sweethearts. They're romantic. In America, it's the opposite in the Western world. I know you can speak on this. Do you want to chime in for a second here?
It's just 1000% true, bro. I mean, we deal with them every night.
Yeah.
It's funny. If I didn't go to Colombia, I wouldn't believe you. But if I've been there, bro, it's night and day. It's total difference, bro.
You won't even go there because it's going to ruin you.
I'm actually. I mean, I'm actually.
You're
scared
literally.
to go.
It's actually not a joke. That's what happened to me.
They keep trying to get me to go to Colombia, and I'm not going because I know if I go, I'm going to be angry.
Yeah.
I'm not going to want to come back. I'm like, fuck this shit. And I'm going to have even less patience. You guys are going to see Frank Castle in 10 seconds again. Like, what? Fuck
Bro,
you, bitch.
Yo, Myron was bad when I first met him, man.
Bro,
it was bad.
It was horrible, man.
So,
He
yeah,
cooled
man.
down,
I already know, like, if I go, I'm going to come back extremely jaded. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
It changes you. It's like what has been seen cannot be unseen. And I'm not some, I can't say this word on the stream, but let's just say person who's bad with women. I not only networked and met all the top dating coaches in the world, I've taught programs with them. I've been paid to do it many times. Again, there was a
You're
time.
definitely
like
a skilled guy.
Yeah.
You're not like a loser that doesn't know how to deal with women. Like you were in LA for a while, right? You were in Vegas. You gamed in some of the major cities here, obviously Miami as well.
And actually, you partied with Dan Bilzerian in LA.
Oh yeah. I mean, everything from straight, hardcore in the streets cold approach, which for those who don't know what that means, just approaching women you don't know on the streets in the daytime or at bars, to creating social circles, infiltrating, the hottest Hollywood parties, partying at Dan Bilzerian's house, teaching this stuff, living it. And then when I went to Colombia, man, like I said, you just can't go back.
Yeah.
It would be like doing ecstasy every single day for 2 years and then trying to be happy again without ecstasy.
Yo, guys,
it's just
no cap, no joke. Him being my roommate, he does not mess with Western women, bro. I'm like, bro, come do let's do a double date.
One.
Nah, bro. Only one.
In 2 years of living together, I smashed one. And she was fresh off the boat from Venezuela.
Yeah.
Same country my
one
girlfriend.
girl, actually was still a foreign girl. So
yeah,
it's like,
and it was still
it's funny as hell.
Yeah,
man.
because
I mean, Yeah, no, go ahead.
Well, you bring this up all the time. You know, for a woman, no matter what a guy has going for him, you know, he's a 10 out of 10 in, you know, the looks department, the money department, the whatever department, and then his energy is super feminine, like, oh my God, those earrings are so sparkly, sparkly, sparkly. I love the sparkles. Oh my God. Again, no matter if you're exact physical type, it just immediately disqualifies you.
Yeah, of course.
And many of these interesting creatures you have on your late night shows, they have more testosterone and bigger balls than me. I mean, you guys, anyone who's seen the movie Friday, you guys know Debo, the character from Friday. Just the most like fresh out of prison, intimidating,
hey, yo,
rough
son,
guy.
What's up? Yeah,
just jacks people, just the hardest gangsta. And like, dude, I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, I feel like, you know, and I see the contrast, right? It's not like I, you know, oh, okay, I'm here living it, you know, day in and day out. I go and experience some like even the way they sit, like an American girl maybe just sits like, I don't know, she just sits like, you know, normal, just like, you know, whatever. Colombian girls, they just sit like,
Literally,
like, you know, then I do the leg over. You can't see the legs, but anyway. So they just like, I can smell the progesterone and the estrogen just like wafting off of them, and it's intoxicating, especially when
by the way,
you're not used to that.
Special mention: we got David Bond in the chat right now.
Oh shit!
Bond, man.
Okay, shout to him.
David, you're welcome on the show anytime, man. So shout out to you.
Yeah. He's a massive channel, massive influencer as well, and he's in Cali, which is a different city, not Cali, California,
right?
But Cali, Colombia. Let me jump around these notes here. Oh, you want to do a jump to the objections?
No. We can continue, keep going.
Yeah. So,
we no rush in this one.
Yeah. So, in America, you know, the dating style is it's almost like the energy or type of relationship you have with like a business partner, right? This very 50-50, you know, egalitarian thing.
For sure.
And I think you guys have a really good, I don't know, chemistry or whatever you want to call it. But anyone who's had a business partner knows like, it's not all unicorns and sunshines. You can get at each other's throats. There can be arguments. Sure. Egos can be involved. Mm-hmm. And I'm not trying to fuck my business partner. You know, I've never wanted to have, I don't want that same, you know, 50-50. We are like, okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example.
That same dynamic does not work within the confinements of a romantic relationship.
You know, like, the parent-child relationship is different. The man-woman relationship is different. It's just, you know, kids are not 50-50. Like, in a perfect example here, right? So if you were to take your traditional power couple in the Western world, right? Let's say guy is a lawyer, got his own practice, and the woman is a surgeon. She's a doctor. That would be your power couple here, doing two separate things, and that's their little empire. In Latin America, what that version of that would be is the guy's a lawyer and the woman would be like a clerk in the office. Yeah. You know, she'd be working there, supporting him. And then if he was a doctor or, you know, he was the surgeon, whatever, she would be, you know, doing the finances or working the front desk or dealing with the insurance headaches. Yep. She wants to support you on your journey and your path and be a part of that rather than go do her own separate thing.
Yeah. So Casey, how do I meet Colombian women? I want it now, brother.
Okay. We get into meeting them. I had some more differences. I can do how to meet them. We can go back to some of these. I had some more stuff, but what should we do? Should we continue on the differences or just get into how to meet them?
They want to know how to meet them.
Okay.
The chat's going crazy.
Cool. So Tinder, just like it actually works.
Wait, what?
You know what I mean?
Shraggy?
This is, you know, to your two female listeners, they don't understand. They're like
7.
Oh, 7. Oh,
excuse
seven,
me.
We actually have 7.
Shut up, Peanut. Peanut Patootie.
Yeah, to your 7 female listeners, they're like, well, what does that mean? The Tinder actually works. Like, what are you talking about? Unless you're absolutely, you know, Chad Thundercock. Like, I think Justin Waller could get some matches on Tinder.
Shout out Justin Waller.
Shout out Justin Waller. I think he could maybe get a Tinder match or two. But yeah, if you're not, if you don't look like Chris Hemsworth, basically, newsflash, ladies, you don't get any matches on Tinder. Or the ones you do are like you'll get a transsexual and then realize like, how did I accidentally swipe right on that? Like, I don't recall. Like,
or you'll get a fucking whale.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You and there are some things that go into it. If you come out for a program, we'll tell you how to optimize. Some of the stuff is obvious, like, getting high value photos. I have connections to a lot of good photographers out there, and not to get on too far of a side tangent, but I'll just talk about photos briefly. Composition is the jargon word for it they use in the photography world. That just means like kind of what's going on in the photo. So, one thing is like, say you're sitting on a chair, but the composition could be, are you sitting on a dingy chair in your grandma's basement? I'm sitting on this chair. If someone were to take a photo of me, what would they see? Cameras, lights, a really pimped out studio.
Can we show your page on Instagram?
Yeah,
some of your
sure.
pictures are really good for composition.
Sure.
Chris, could you bring his Instagram page?
I would give my own Instagram honestly like a 7 out of 10, honestly, too. I don't have time to really go after it. But yeah, again, so are you sitting on your grandma's dingy couch with plastic on it from the 1920s? Are you sitting at, a podcast studio? It's like, oh, there's like a story behind it. Who's he with? What's that podcast? It's interesting. It's different.
Just don't say Fresh and Fit. You'll get in trouble.
Yeah, facts.
Are you
like, oh my God,
sitting,
misogyny.
Are you sitting down
How
on a
dare
yacht?
you?
Can you give me that? I love the Greta. That's my favorite.
Oh yeah, I got you right
How dare you?
there.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, are you sitting down on a yacht? That's kind of thing. Every photo can kind of be crafted towards communicating the right thing about you. Yeah. You got it up there?
Nope.
Okay.
So Tinder actually works in Colombia.
It does.
It actually works. And
Don't
Instagram's
need to
even
get
better.
boosts or plus or any of that bullshit.
So just keep it at the top, Chris. So one is, you don't have to click any of these, but I'll just go real quick here. Don't click anything. But one is speaking on stage, giving a talk about marketing, specifically e-commerce. Another photo next to that one, I'm getting dinner with about 17 people.
You have friends?
Yeah.
Can't believe it.
I paid them. In Colombia, it's really cheap. I just
Okay,
found
fair
a bunch of strangers to pay them $2 each to take the photo with me.
Fair enough.
And I'll just, just these two real quick, yeah. I mean, again, composition, right? Like what kind of a guy gets dinner with, 17 people? What kind of guy speaks on stage? And then all the food, this is like a personal thing for me. I won't go too off on this, but food's a great thing because number one, it relates to everybody. Whereas like if you did rock climbing, that's going to be cool to some people and most people don't relate. And then it's a great excuse to get women directly over to your house.
Yeah.
Right.
Bam.
Like, oh my God, like I've never had.
Because you are
ramen
actually
before.
a very good chef. Like,
Yeah.
actually, matter of fact, if you take this guy out to eat, like he's gonna complain and be like, "Yo, the chef is trash." Like he's that fucking guy. Like, oh my God, this is fucking garbage. Are we paying for this? I could have cooked this better
Way
myself.
better.
Well, Fresh don't eat his food though.
Hey, man, I'm
he's
just really picky.
GMO.
I'm really picky. That's all.
If not
Sorry.
GMO.
So having a good Instagram and
Tinder.
Yeah.
Tinder.
Tinder.
Having a good Tinder with good pictures. So what about Instagram? Should people utilize Instagram out there in the COL?
And
Yeah,
actually, you
absolutely.
did a study or like a test with some ads. Do you want to talk about that or no?
I'll touch on that. Let's just say that I have a black magic technique. I'd rather that this technique doesn't get too saturated.
Gotcha.
And if you guys, datingcoachcolombia.com want to come out for a program, we'll show you everything. But yeah, that's actually how I met my girlfriend. I'll just,
it's in our Instagram course, by the way.
yeah, it's in the course. Yeah, basically, you use ads. I think that cat's out of the bag somewhat, but I can get it so you spend, I don't know, let's just say $25-$30, and then maybe 60 girls have DM'd you, and now the ball's in your court. And there's a specific way to go about doing that's a right
It was
way and wrong
interesting
way.
because we did it in Miami and didn't do nearly as well.
Nope.
No.
Like it just goes to show like the difference between being out in in Miami versus being in Colombia.
Yeah.
So all right, so Tinder's one sourcing avenue. What else?
You know,
Those mediums.
in the Latin culture, as they should, they meet people through social circle and friends of friends and stuff like that. Cold approach at nighttime is just going to be a big fucking waste of your time.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. When Colombian girls go out to a club, it's like a big group of like maybe there's 10 of them and 5 guys, 5 girls, and the guys are paying for everything, and especially as a foreigner, especially as a gringo, for them to be running off with a gringo or ignoring their group and have all their attention
taboo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big, like, the guys feel very insulted. They're like, well, damn, bitch, I'm paying for the taxi and I got the bottles and all this, and I just run it off with this gringo. And then we have a stereotype of being like sex tourists, sex tourism, and there's areas where previous girlfriends of mine, Parque Lleras, which is in kind of like the party area of Medellin. They don't even want to walk through that area with me because that's also a big area where there's a lot of prostitutes, and they're just immediately going to get stereotyped as that.
Like you walk through and like girls would be like, Papi want you to yeah, but you gotta pay them. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So there are a lot of prostitutes out there. It's not all not like every girl's like a good girl. It's just like, I don't know, maybe in Colombia, it's like a beautiful girl who could easily, be getting sugar daddies and all that. I don't know, maybe 1 in 3 or 4 or 5 will choose that path.
Right.
Whereas in the Western world, it'd obviously be much, much higher.
All right. Okay. So,
let me continue that. So DayGame
yeah,
actually works really well. We're talking about meeting girls through cold
Yeah.
approach. Yeah. DayGame works fantastic.
Okay.
You can do universities, you can do the metro station at a peak hour. I can give you guys more details on this if you want to do a program. But yeah, cold approach in the daytime when she's not being judged, when she doesn't have her whole group there, is fantastic. And the best way, what we like to do is throw parties. To me, there's no more heaven on earth than like a fucking dope house party. You're on like a hill up high somewhere, like you can imagine what $1 million house would look like in Colombia, right?
Yeah.
You're in some equivalent to like a $5 million house here in Miami. You're on some hill looking down the whole city. You got 20 guys there and like 80 to 90 chicks, and the ratio's in your favor. Plus, you're inviting girls that accepted the invitation from a foreigner. So they're all, super interested and down to meet foreigners. And that's just like the funnest time. I'll just, I don't even drink that often, but I'll have a bottle of tequila in my hands and I'm just running around. And it's just, I'm one of the only gringos there that actually speaks basically fluent Spanish. So I have a huge advantage there.
Yep.
And that's honestly my favorite way. I mean, that you can just imagine how it's like being at a strip club, only the girls genuinely like you and you don't have to pay them.
Okay.
Is how I would put it. Yeah.
All right. So you throw a lot of parties.
Yeah. I'm going to start throwing even more, actually. Yeah, I was kind of a workaholic last year, not to get off tangent about that, but I have more free time now and throwing a lot. We'll be throwing a lot more of these. We do that in all of our live programs is what we teach you how to do that.
Right.
Okay. How to effectively throw parties.
Yeah.
And that makes sense because you obviously have the leverage. You're bringing them, you're showing status a bit with your spot. You're showing social proof. You got other guys there who are probably guys that aren't, weirdos. And I guess we could talk about that a little bit. Like,
yeah.
What?
I've been begging Casey to come on and teach you guys this because, like, for example, like he doesn't have to. He's just kind of like giving us some game here. So shout out to you, man. Come through.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, and the guys that are in Colombia, can you tell us a little bit about that? We were discussing that before, as far as like meeting other guys there, because it's surprisingly like it's actually important for you to build a little bit of a network out there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I had a list here. Yeah, I think there's only like 2 main benefits. I was talking about the other benefits of there. This will tie into that. I'll do the other ones real quick too. The obvious one is it's very cheap down there. Roughly, I don't know. You can get the same quality of life for like a 4th or a 5th of the money that you would spend. Yeah, like we get our 2-bedroom apartment, 3-bedroom apartment cleaned, maybe like 1,500 square feet. But I think we pay like $20, $25 to have a 3-bedroom. And she's like Spider-Man, like cleaning the windows at the top, not being lazy, at all, because she knows she's replaceable, you know, and she can't get, lazy. Not that we're like, you missed a spot, you're fired. Not that we're like that.
Of course.
But, it's very, very cheap.
Yep.
The other one is the weather. They call it La Ciudad de Eterna Primavera. That means the city of eternal spring. So it's like Miami weather, all the time. My Bayesian brother, he'd be right at home here with the weather there. Mm-hmm. And then you get to learn a new language that kind of gives you a new perspective.
Actually, just a question. How do you guys get over the language barrier?
Okay, yeah, we'll go into that. Then I'll talk about the cool guys that you meet down the networking. Yeah, so
I go to Colombia.
Yeah.
I don't know Spanish. I want to bang a bad bitch. How do I get to that point, overcome language barrier?
So as more and more time goes on, you just find more and more English speakers. When I went there, you would just never see it. Now it's actually not, that rare for a girl that speaks English. That's number one. Number two is any long word in Spanish and English is basically the same. Like restaurant is restaurante. Refrigerator is refrigerador. Like all the long words are kind of the same. The alphabet's the same, A, B, C, D. There's Google Translate, and they're just very willing. They're very patient. It's not I don't know, what's the word, like a big bummer, like, oh man, I got to pull up Google Translate. Like some girls just don't want foreigners, right? There is a percentage of girls, they think, oh, he's here for, sex tourism and whatnot and blah, blah, blah. But the ones that do like foreigners, they really like them. And maybe like, talking about David Bond, he only speaks English to his girls. He didn't learn Spanish.
Oh, okay.
They go out of their way. They make the effort to learn English. And it's kind of like baby talk. It's not like the super deep conversation, but you pick it up, you do it as you go along, and like I said, it's already kind of similar-ish, and the girls are very patient with you, and it's not I have not seen that stop any guy.
See, for me, like I use Google Translate because, bro, I didn't know no Spanish, bro. It was hola, te quiero mucho. Like,
and did it stop you?
Nah, bro.
Exactly.
It worked, bro. I mean, it's kind of annoying, but like, hey, take my phone. What'd you say? All right, thanks, bitch. Cool.
Yeah, I've done that before. Went on dates. I mean, here in Miami, because a lot of girls here don't even speak English. But
you can make it
I would imagine that they would be willing to, like, to meet a guy of a certain status that they would never, not never, but they don't come into contact with often. They'd be willing to go on a date with you and use Google Translate. That's cool.
Yeah.
But obviously, knowing the language makes you so much better because you won't give off. Like, I'm assuming that sex tourist objection that a lot of girls will give, that probably gets obliterated if you speak the language.
Yes, it does. And another thing too is, I actually forgot to mention this, the flake rate there, if you're me, is actually much, much, much lower than it is here. That, not to get too much of on a tangent, but like in America, it was never a huge problem to find attractive girls, get into the venues, walk up to them, make them laugh, make them, ignore their friends and want to stick on me. The problem is the flaking. It's like, damn, bitch, we talked for 2 hours.
Dude, the flaking the flake. We've talked about this at length, especially me, you, and flaking in the United States is why so many guys go red pill in general. Like it's why so many. It is the root problem of why so many guys deal with dating issues in the West in general, is that women flake at a ridiculous rate here.
It's all but guaranteed.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, and it's like, and the thing is like you could have had a good interaction, everything. You could have done everything perfectly, and you still get flaked on, which is why we tell guys you have to work volume, because even a girl that likes you will still flake on you. She could have liked you and still flaked on you.
Don't take it personal, because it could be her baby daddy, it could be her ex-boyfriend, it could be a better offer, it could be a
sugar daddy want to pay. Yeah,
like you don't know.
Like girls just flake just because they can, and nothing's gonna happen to them. So. Yep. Good.
And it blows guys' minds. Like it blew my mind. Like, even her friends are trying to take her away. Like, no, come dance with us. She's like, no, I like this. Like, leave me alone. Like, she even had an easy out, so it was genuine. But there, the flake rate is.
It's also Colombian girls flake a lot too.
Well, this is what I was saying. If you're me, they don't. And like, why? Because I'm such a whatever amazing guy. No,
probably not. You ugly as hell.
Yeah, exactly.
You look like
definitely
Bill Burr, nigga.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely not because of my looks. It's because I speak pretty fluent Spanish.
Bam.
So a lot of these girls think it's exciting to flirt with a foreigner. It's something new. It's a new flavor. It's a new, whatever thing that they're not used to. But then when it comes down to it, they kind of get cold feet at the last minute. And then, it could be other reasons, like guys aren't used to the dating culture. They're probably doing a lot of cocky funny. And she's just like, cocky funny, if you guys don't know, is you'll say like, why did you wait for me to make the first move? Is it because I'm so gorgeous that, you just were so intimidated by me? Like normally you'd approach an average looking guy, but because it's me, you waited for me to talk to you. That's an example of cocky funny.
Yeah.
It's like over the top, kind of like sarcastic arrogance.
You're almost as cute as me. That's what my opener. Like that. Yeah.
So maybe they're doing that. Could be a variety of reasons, but I can lower my flaking rate to almost zero. Side tangent here I was DMing a lot of girls. I don't know, maybe it was like a year ago, whatever, here in Miami, and it kind of be the same thing over and over again. Because I go after the Latin girls that are. Can I say this? Fresh off the boat.
Oh God, raise it!
I know.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
And it would be the same thing. Like, hello, da 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 da. Like, what's this all about? Oh, like a cute white guy that speaks Spanish. Like, this is like that's my fantasy because blah blah blah. oh, you know, get to know you, chat. Hey, we should meet up. Scene. Like they left me on scene.
Hey,
The next one.
Miami.
Oh, da-da-da-da. Scene.
yo, niggas think it's easy to get girls in Miami. It's tough, bro.
It is.
It's tough.
I can get
Definitely is.
responses. You know, I'm doing voice notes back and forth. I'm doing video calls. Hey, we should hang out. Crickets. Because, you know, like we talked about earlier, they have their, you know,
Options.
they have their options, right?
Especially here in Miami. It's ridiculous, bro.
Whereas
It's ridiculous.
there, they just kind of, you know, that Disney romance thing. They want to they don't keep their options open, but they're more willing to commit to one.
So cocky funny doesn't work as well down there, because I will say this, that I noticed it when I talk with like foreign girls in general, whether South
Yes,
America, whatever.
That double date we
That
had.
double date we had with those girls from Mexico. Like being cocky and arrogant doesn't work with foreign girls like that, guys. It's very true. Like they'll take offense and they'll think you're being insulting, because remember, the women are more feminine, so they're not used to having to deal with a guy like breaking certain barriers to deal with them. Like here in the States, the women are more masculine. They think being how do I say this? Being witty is like more attractive, because a lot of girls are just more masculine in general. So it works. You have to break the bitch shield here in the United States, and you have to do that by negging them, by talking shit, being cocky, funny, whatever. But you don't have to necessarily do that to the same degree in Latin America.
Also, real quick. So in Colombia, right? I remember you told me all the time, you meet entrepreneurs, guys that do crypto. And we actually have a special for you guys now with Charlie, right?
Yes, guys. So for the next 24 hours, their crypto course is open, okay? So if you guys want to get in there and get your money on point, I know I got a bunch of DMs from people saying, hey, man, can you open up that crypto thing? Because Charlie closed it.
Yeah.
So, and we were in New York, obviously, so we didn't have really time to, put it out there like that, because we were doing all the shows. So we're opening back up flash sale just for y'all. Only Fresh and Fit, man. You can't get it anywhere else for today. Only go ahead, get in Crypto's Cultivate Crypto course, Charlie's Cultivate Crypto course. You're going to get like 15 Zoom calls. They're going to talk about the best coins to get. And it's real-time information, man. He's made more millionaires than anyone else that I fucking know off of crypto alone.
And guys, picture this, right? Imagine your money is set with crypto or some online service. You go to Colombia, the dollar, it's like exorbitantly different, because you could spend $100 here and get maybe what? A couple things. $100 over there. The world's your oyster, so guys, get in there.
Yeah, man.
Amazing steakhouse over there, $12.
Literally. So that's fire.
Boom. So yeah, guys, link is below. Get in there, because it's the last. Today's the last day. All right, cool. So what do we got here?
Chats.
Pull up these chats. Okay, how do Asian Americans go in Colombia? Oh, we'll talk about that. Fresh and Fit episode in Colombia soon. Yeah, we will do it. Don't worry.
We will do it.
1 to 3, sacked up, got a fat raise, and now knowing how women really are and think I am killing it, just wanted to say thank you guys for all the free game. Gotcha.
We got you, bro.
The advantage with the Philippines is they all speak English. How hard is game in Colombia if you don't speak Spanish? $5. That's from Brandon.
We just
Broke
covered
that down. Was there anything else you want to add about that?
To that topic specifically, no.
Okay. Big fan of the show from the DR. This is from Green Bananas. I visited Medellin and Cartagena for 2 weeks and can confirm everything that was said. If you speak Spanish, you have some money and confidence. You can live like a king there. FD's US 304s.
Bro,
yeah, everyone
I'm
goes to
telling you,
Colombia
bro.
and comes back and is pissed, bro.
Dude,
I get it.
You go to Colombia with $1,000, bro. You're a king. Just $1,000. Imagine that. Over here in the US, bro, that's your portion of your rent bill.
A really successful doctor, surgeon, lawyer would make like $800 to $1,000 there. Put that in perspective.
Damn.
Wow.
So if you make $3,000 a month, which is poverty basically here, you're triple what a heart surgeon is making.
That's crazy, bro.
Shout out Charlie Miguel in the chat, by the way.
Yeah, Charlie Miguel are in the chat, guys. Cultivate Crypto and Dollar Cost Crypto, guys. The crypto experts, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Like I invested, guys, myself. I invested, I think $57K, and right now the market is down. And in my portfolio, I got 144,000 in there, guys. So, guys, I mean, almost triple my money, and the market's on a huge dip right now. Actually, this is where you would be buying. To be honest with you guys, this is where you've been buying. I actually been buying up Ethereum. So get in there, Amari. Fresh, how does us BBC gang do out there? And also, Casey, how do you know if a girl is working girl or not? And we will talk about that. Working girls, don't worry.
Yeah.
But how do black guys do?
Yeah, me being black in Colombia, bro, it didn't really matter. I mean, honestly speaking, like I felt
There's a
like,
lot of black Colombians, guys.
Yeah, they are.
Can I comment on this real
Yeah, go
quick?
ahead.
Just real quick. There is a little bit of a stigma and racism towards black Colombian guys. Not strong, but there is a little bit there. When you're a black foreigner, that completely goes out the window, and
American
black
black.
guys fucking crush it down there.
Yep.
$50, Spooky Black. I work with a 30-year-old woman born and raised in Venezuela. She's been in Canada 6 years now. Average looks, but she has a lot of her traditional traits I respect. While being an asshole and applying the game we learned from you. Work with her. I'm black, and 27, by the way. Can I get a well, she's Americanized, bro, or because she's in Canada, so it's going to change a little bit. And then $10, Easy E. Can I get a Don DeMarco for my birthday? Cool. Got you right now, my
Don
friend.
DeMarco?
Got you with the Don DeMarco. Happy birthday, Easy E. And then Ban Casey, do you hang out with FitX Fearless? He resides down there too in Colombia as an American expat.
I know FitX Fearless. We've hung out a few times. I boxed with him once at the gym. You can probably guess who got the upper hand.
That nigga dusted you.
I think I landed 1 or 2 punches. He landed many more than that. So.
Okay. Eddie DT, Colombian women are like the produce section at Whole Foods, real, organic, fresh, and pesticide-free. Western women are like the produce section at Walmart, full of crap and spoiled. Oh my God. All right. Okay. So moving on. So we talked about language.
I took some notes from the super chats. They want to know about Asian guys, safety, and how to spot working girls. You want me to address those, or
let's do it. Let's address those. Yeah.
Direction. Yeah. Asian guys crush it down there. Think about it, right? They have no interaction with them. Asian guys are so exotic and I don't know how to say it, rare and special to them. Even at some of them are even into like K-pop. And so especially like, Korean guys, but any Asians, they do extremely well. It's just like a lot of girls that like foreigners, they just like foreigners. And this is something else we didn't get it to talk about, but this whole, a guy with a jawline and perfectly symmetrical face, that's more of a Western thing, means zero from a survival standpoint.
Yeah,
It's kind of like a cultural thing here. There, people are saying like the fact that you guys are asking, what if you're black? What if you're Asian? Just shows that, you guys have no idea how it works down there, which you haven't been there. So why would you? But it's your charisma. It's your personality.
It goes to see preconceived attractive notions here in the United States, like versus like going abroad. Those things kind of aren't as important.
Yeah, not nearly as important. Now, obviously, if you're 5'2" scrawny Asian guy, it's not going to be quite as easy if you're, Justin Waller, not to keep referring to him, but there's somewhat of that, obviously, but no, it's more of like they always say that like foreigners, like we're so interesting, like, oh, Colombian guys, the same thing. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Qué bien, da, da, like, kill me. But like when a foreigner, like, we're just going to talk about so many things. Like, do you think the average guy is going to be able to explain like the metaverse to her, or what's going on with augmented reality or crypto? And then they just have so many other questions about America and stuff like that.
You instantly become a more attractive person because you have stories, and that's a big thing about being a guy. Is like, being attractive. You have to have life experience, and this is why older men are more attractive than younger men. Is because you simply have more life experience. You have more things to draw from. You have more things to tell, and it inadvertently also puts you in a leadership position as well. Because when you have stories in your experience, well, now she's going to defer to your authority naturally because you've been able to prove through your trials and tribulations in life as a man that you can handle things. And this is what women look for a lot of the time as well, guys. So, make sure that hit that like button.
Stupid.
Oh, don't be stupid and hit that like button. Shout out to our boy Dollar Cost Crypto in the chat. Get that Mo, can we put that link in there for the crypto course in there?
It's in the
You guys
bio.
got 24 hours. It's in the bio, top of the description. So, okay. So we addressed the Asian thing.
Safety next.
Safety. Yeah, let's talk about safety. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Because everyone complains about this. Colombia is dangerous, blah, blah, blah.
Oh my God, am I going to die if I go over there?
Yeah, let's break this down.
Okay, so yeah. The days of Pablo Escobar and the random bombings are long, long, long gone. The cartels quietly operate in the shadows covertly, and they're, not going to civil war with the government like he did. From 2000, when I got there, it was like end of 2015 or early 2016 up until about 2019. Extremely safe, especially the neighborhood that I'm in. Like, I'm not talking about Colombia as a whole, right? Like the nice areas, which as,
And where are you at? You never told them yet.
Yeah, sorry. So the city is Medellin, or as I say, Medellin.
Yeah.
And it's probably like the second or third biggest city there.
Mm-hmm. We can talk about the different cities too.
Yeah.
Yo, where should they not go? 100%. Where should they?
Let me wrap this up, and then I'll get to that. So, but then, the nice areas of Medellin, like extremely, extremely safe. And then, after the pandemic. Who would have thought that, pausing the entire world for 2 years stopping the Earth from rotating on its axis would cause some economic hardships for some people.
Yeah.
I don't know the economy. I don't get the connection between closing every
Well, the Earth
business
is
in the
flat, so it
world.
didn't rotate.
That's
clearly.
right, Chris.
Chris,
Shout out
thank
to
you.
Chris.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
so I didn't know closing every business for 2 years would have
Prove me wrong.
negative economical effects.
This nigga thinks the Earth is flat.
I can't
Prove me
lie.
wrong.
I can't cap. It did get kind of dangerous again when the pandemic started, just because so many people lost so much money just out of necessity. But it's like petty theft and some robberies. It's not like there's just big shootings. And now that things are opening up again, it's slowly but surely getting back to being very safe. So, maybe it was 8 or 9 out of 10 safety. Then it got down to like a 4. Now maybe it's back up to a 7 and going hopefully back up to an 8 or 9 safe again, because things are improving, because the pandemic is somewhat ending over, kind of, not really. Who knows till
Okay. So Medellin is where you are.
Yeah.
Well, where like what neighborhood should people be in and
Yeah.
not be in or avoid?
Where should niggas go?
Yeah, I'm in Poblado, El Poblado, which is like, you'd call it like the Beverly Hills of Medellin.
Okay.
Gringolandia, a lot of foreigners there. The other good spot would be Laureles, Envigado's also nice, and these places are all very, very close to each other. They're like neighborhoods of Medellin. They're like 10 minutes apart. But probably your first time around, especially because you're gonna want to kind of stick on to other foreigners, expats, expatriates, just basically foreigners that live in Colombia is what an expat is. You're gonna want to hang out with the other expats and say, yeah, this is how you identify. We'll talk about this. Working girls from non-working girls. This is the areas you don't go to. This is how you handle this objection. This is a funny pickup line to use. This is where you buy. You're looking for some specific type of food, or you need a camera lens. Like, how to find this. But yeah, you want to go to El Poblado, Laureles, or Envigado, but probably just El Poblado. That's your main bet. That's the main one.
That's where I was. El Poblado.
That's where everybody goes.
Okay. And where should people stay away from him?
El Centro, which means downtown. But everybody there just calls it El Centro, but it means downtown. Yeah. I just wouldn't go to downtown. Yeah. I just wouldn't. There's nothing there. There's nothing really there for you anyway. You're not missing anything.
In your opinion, Cali, Cartagena, Medellin,
Yeah.
where should somebody go for the first time?
Definitely Medellin, definitely Poblado for the first time, because like I said, you're going to want, to meet other foreigners who can show you the ropes.
Right.
I'll give you a quick breakdown. So Medellin is the girls are the most exaggeratedly feminine, ay mi amor, que tan lindo. They're just that, just over the top sexual, feminine Colombian woman. They have every like all Latin people, they have all the shades, but they tend to be a little bit on the more lighter-ish scale. But then they definitely have black girls. They have morenas, like brown
That's what
girls.
you like, right?
That's what I like. I like brown girls.
You don't like
yeah.
white girls?
No.
How dare you?
Personally, if you guys are into the Beckys and the Jessicas and their skinny frames and lack of backside, more power to
What
you.
you're saying right now.
But
How dare you,
I
Casey?
just, that's not.
So wait,
personally
are you
my
telling
thing.
us that you don't dabble in the light?
I do not dabble in the light. The
don't
dark
dabble
side of
in
the
light?
force.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I find them to be cold and not have any passion, very combative, very argumentative. And it's, if that is what you like, it's not personally what I
Hey,
into.
white Twitter, you guys, this needs to go viral.
Attack this man.
Attack this nigga, bro. Yo, that is fucked up, man. Our white queens need love too.
Yes.
All right?
We love
We'll
our
see,
white
I'll
queens.
You hate your mother. You hate your mother, motherfucker.
Shout out Sarah Brown. Actually, my mom is a speech therapist who's mildly somewhat responsible for helping him fix
Yeah,
his
actually,
stuttering. So
Real
shout out
talk,
to-
man. At the beginning of the podcast,
Give
I
a slack
was
and you don't go to her no
terrible,
more, though.
But I got a little bit better because of his mom. Shout out to your mom. I love your
Okay.
mom. Yeah, I love your mom.
Yeah, she is a, I can't say the word, but she dabbles. You guys have to say. This is on the internet, but she
Stop.
she does
stop.
the opposite
Anyhow.
of dabbling in the light. Anyway.
Okay.
Stop it.
All right.
Just kidding.
So, all right. So yeah. So you are you're a night rider. Good. Okay. Fantastic.
yeah.
All right. You are the night
So yeah,
rider.
that's
David Hasselhoff in
Medellin.
the house.
But that can tend to be also, they call them grijas, which a grija would translate into English as roughly like a skank. It can be kind of high in like the skanky prepago, which means prepaid, basically hookers. It can be kind of high in that. Cartagena is hot. It's a beach city. Let me go back. Medellin has a very high altitude, not super high. It's not quite as high as like Denver or something like that, but you will notice it. You may get like a little bit of the slight altitude sickness, but like perfect weather all year around. Like we're talking like, 80-ish at like the height of the day, and then like 60 at the coldest, but more or less around like 72 all the time. Cartagena, on the other hand, is like a beach city, so it's on sea level, so it's not, lacking oxygen.
What about Bogota?
Well,
Let him finish, man.
Yeah.
Damn, nigga. Go ahead.
Damn,
So
calm down here. What did you eat before you came here? You had that
Nothing.
nap.
I'm starving, bro.
Jeez.
All right. So Medellin first.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Or Cartagena.
Okay,
Those are
yeah,
the definitely like what I'm into. Brown, voluptuous, like Pocahontas with more curves, type girls. They're beautiful, man. You can find those types of girls in Medellin. I'm just talking like, generally they're a bit more lighter in Medellin and a bit darker in Cartagena.
Okay.
By the way, it's Cartagena, not Cartagena, but
Okay. Cartagena. All right.
Now Bogota next. Bogota is the capital. That one's really high. It's probably like of like the major cities that are actually inhabited by, say like 500,000 to 1 million plus people. It's one of the highest, maybe it's second or third highest altitude city in the world. You'll notice that you'll get drunk off of like 2 or 3 shots. You'll get winded going upstairs. It's right on the equator, so if it was sea level, it would be tropical, but it's not. It's super high up, so it's just cold and rainy. It's like Seattle weather, I guess, all the time. Cold, rainy.
That's trash.
By Colombian standards, the women are like the worst, but
really?
But that's by Colombian standards, so they're
Okay.
still like orders of magnitude better than like 99% of U.S. cities. It's
Okay.
like, bad for Colombia is still amazing, for that.
In general,
and a
grand
bit more
scheme.
expensive, and also quite a lot of foreigners. And it's the capital. It's the biggest city.
I heard good things about Bogota. Who was it? Troy Francis and them were talking about it. Like I was watching one of their shows, and James Tusk. Shout out to those guys. They were talking about.
If you
Bogota
don't mind,
being good.
the cold,
being a best kept secret or being really good, but cold that sucks.
yeah. If you don't mind the cold, it's not that bad. The altitude, you get used to that. But yeah, I mean, like. You notice, like when even in Medellin, like when you're smashing, like I'm doing pretty good now. I was a little tired today because I had to listen to this motherfucker smash for literally like 3 hours.
Nigga,
like,
shut up. This nigga, bro.
I mean, that didn't happen. He was alone by himself last night.
I think I know who it is. Is it who I think it is?
Allegedly.
Yeah,
Can you keep the show going, man?
all night,
I
man.
think I know.
Golly, I need to go back. I am his roommate. I'm mostly probably these days like 70% Colombia and then 30% we're roommates.
Yeah, you're barely here.
Yeah.
So it took us forever to get this show going.
But yeah, I'll give you like an hour, especially with your non going to the gym ass. I'll give you like an hour in Medellin. I'll give you 30 minutes.
I
in
could last
Bogota.
forever, bro.
In Bogota, bro,
cap.
there's no air. Like you can have a CO or like an oxygen mat, like an old person, like it'll be connected to his his oxygen tank while he's smashing in Bogota. You will notice it. You will absolutely notice it. Okay. I guess next city, Cali. That's where David Bond is. I don't know Cali too well, but also a very beautiful girl. So Cartagena, Medellin, and Cali, you're gonna find whatever you want. Like they're all beautiful. See what I know about Cali. It's the birthplace of salsa, if you're into that. But more spread out. I just don't know it as well, and not nearly the like tightly knit expat communities like you get in Medellin. That's the main draw of Medellin is like you go there and you meet like baller high status.
We didn't talk about that.
We will.
Guys.
Yeah, we will get
So
to that.
long story short, if you go to Colombia, go to Medellin. It's probably your best bet to find people like yourself and then hot girls. Cool.
Yeah, Cartagena wouldn't have that great networking too. Medellin one. All right, now the final, we're kind of like on a tangent. So one of these other benefits we talked about, the weather and the cheapness is the guys, sexy men.
Guys?
No,
Pause, nigga.
obviously the main reason we all go there is for the women. But another benefit is like think about like why a guy would go there and what type of guys you would meet down there. We're all down there for the same purposes. We're all down there to escape, the generalized masculinity of Western women. We're basically all red pilled. We're basically
That's
all
very important.
Yeah.
Any guy that you run into there is pretty much going to be RP aware. He ain't going to be some blue pill.
Basically, I will say this: they do actually have some of those now. Like you never saw those types of guys before.
Really?
It's like maybe like a 70-30 or 80-20, but it's like right away. Like
Listen,
they're polarized. There's not just like there's very few just like, oh, I'm just a normal guy who came here. They're either like very, very simpy or very, very red pilly. And of course, my circles, that's the majority. It's all very red pilled. So yeah, they're just very high status guys. They're all business owners, right? None of them are like, yeah, I'm here. I'm just working in a restaurant for $2 an hour.
And
no,
you told
like
me YouTubers, guys in
crypto, e-commerce. Maybe they have, I met a guy there who was an inventor. It's just some random thing like,
shit.
Well, I need to go on this. I don't need to go down that rabbit hole, but he was an inventor. I mean, just any random business, other dating coaches. What's another? Yeah. And anything you can think of.
YouTubers.
Yeah. Anything you can think of. They're all business owners. So the reason why I actually came there in the first place was, long story short, I had a very bad, I had a business venture that went very bad in about 2014, 2015, lost most of my money. It was a business venture that was not related to marketing, but previously I had done marketing. And I said, you know what? I don't know why I ever got distracted and went down this other path with this other business venture. I'm going to go back to marketing like I should have stayed with. I'm going down to Medellin. I'm going to meet, some beautiful women, and I'm going to network with some high status guys. And I'm not leaving this fucking country until I get back on my feet, till I make money again. So I had a little bit of savings. I lived for like $1,000 a month. And that's a great strategy. I know, guys, listeners of this channel, they're at all levels. Right. You have 16-year-olds to 60-year-olds, guys that are starting out. I would say that would be like the prime candidate to come out there is a guy who's just like, yeah, you're fed up because you're not getting, what you feel, you deserve, in terms of, romance, sex life, whatever like that. You're not happy with the dating life here. And, number one, you want to come for that. And then number two, you want to figure out some type of entrepreneurial venture, networking and bouncing ideas and making connections with, these really high status guys while living extremely cheaply. So maybe get a job at Upwork. I don't know, who knows, you're helping a guy with his Google ads agency part-time. You're only making, $800,000 a month. And you do that, 10, 15 hours a week. Did I say 800? Sorry, I meant to say 800. You're making, 800 to 1,000 is what I meant to say. Yeah. You're making $800 to $1,000 a month, doing that for 10 hours, 15 hours, and you have the rest of the time to do, your dream business. That's one of the main benefits, because I don't know about you guys. Let's take like a city that's objectively based on, I don't know, women, weather, dollar conversion, whatever. One city's a 10 out of 10, and you don't know anybody there. And then another city's a 7.5 out of 10, but you got your fucking boys. You got your brotherhood there. I'd pick the 7 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10 city that has my boys in it over the 10 out of 10, because you can only fuck so much. Well, if you're some people, you can, literally go, the walls are thin in our apartment, but, like you can only nut and fuck so many times. And then, you're going to want to hang out with like, want to have cool guy friends to do other shit. You can't just fuck, 24/7.
Of course. And you don't want to hang out with like, simps and blue pill idiots, man. Like one thing I've noticed is I can't hang out with those kinds of guys anymore, bro. I can't. Like if someone says, "Oh, I gotta hang out with my black queens and my fucking women are the sugar and spice, everything nice, all this other shit,"
or like happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, they can say happy wife, happy life,
over there,
stupid
bro.
shit like that, bro.
Over there from me.
I'd be like, bro, like what the fuck, like seriously, like.
Shut up, bitch.
That's all I gotta say.
Quick aside. When I first, this is like during the pandemic when I first moved out here, and I couldn't go to Colombia, Walt and I had these ideas to throw house parties. We had this basically set up where we had a guy who lived, it was in Wynwood, right? And his whole backyard was like set up to be a party. We catered it. We brought food. All these speakers. Like we had a party, like alcohol, food, speakers. I mean, like everything, all the ingredients for a party. And at the time, Fresh or Walter was like, his Instagram was like, he was living the life. It was just, dating girls, social proof, doing crazy stuff on his Instagram. And I'm gonna get too off on this. We had the idea to throw like we're gonna call like a dog party. We were gonna have like, because we thought like what would be good bait. We're gonna get a photographer, and a bunch of cute dogs and puppies, because girls love getting their photos taken, and girls. It sounds. You say, oh, that sounds gay.
No, it's true.
Girls love girls love dogs and they love photographers. So we had it kind of planned out, and I'm like, holy shit, we're like, how are we gonna get like 10 dogs to show up? So we go to the dog park with our dog Hero. and we'd invite like random guys like, hey man, we're having this, party. We're getting all these Instagram models to come, here's my Instagram, and like, come out, bring your dog and blah, 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 blah. And like, we invited a lot of these guys. And like, I get it's a little weird. You're at the dog park and some dude invites you to a party, but like, when you see his Instagram, like, again, he's living the fucking life, tens of thousands or, 100,000 Instagram followers, girls on girls on girls on girls. You might be like, well, shit, that's a little strange. I got approached by a guy and invited to a party, but he says there's gonna be a lot of girls there. He clearly is that guy. He clearly lives. They're not like photos that could be like, they're stories. Like every day it's a story. Like, it's legit. You can't fake like a story. Right. And yet like none of these fuckers showed up. I'm like, how blue pill, like, and this is like during the pandemic, like you have nothing to do. Like you have nowhere to go. Even in like, people are like, oh, well, Miami never closed. Miami did fucking close everything for the first like 3 or 4 months. Then we just kind of forgot about it. But like,
well, we were closed for a long time compared to the rest of Florida.
Yeah. Miami's more blue than the rest,
actually recently opened up, like compared to like Orlando and North Florida in general. They didn't give a shit, but.
So you think like a couple of these fuckers would just like, I'll pop by, I'll check it out. They said they got a bunch of girls. He clearly lives a life. Just blue pill like chumps, man. Yeah. None of them come out. Whereas like guys in Colombia, like I'll see a guy at the gym. I'm like, hey, I think I saw you wearing this guy's story. Do you know this guy? No, maybe you got me confused. Oh, honey, what's your name, man? Yeah, let's go out, get dinner, like meet some girls. What's your business? Oh, I invest in crypto and I do e-com. Oh shit, I do e-commerce too, blah, 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 blah. And then, what strategies, what's the latest thing on Tinder that's working for you? Let's, invite some girls, double date. Like,
well, it takes a certain personality to leave your comfort space, go to a foreign country where you may or may not know the language. So you're automatically, just by virtue of meeting someone out there that might be an American, like they're going to have a certain type of personality that, most people don't have, because most people are used to what? Comfort, being safe, etc. Very few people are risk takers in general. So, and going to Colombia obviously is risk. So that's great. So you're able to automatically network with a lot of high level guys in Colombia that, kind of basically make their money, live for cheap, and then also meet a lot of attractive women. Let's talk about identifying chicks that are for the streets, literally.
She belongs to the streets.
So it's a very, very subtle, you can miss it, can be over your head, but here's like the very subtle difference. If they're a hooker, they will directly ask you for money.
Okay.
And if they're not a hooker, they don't ask you for money. Should we go back? Did I go too fast here?
No. I think that's pretty straightforward. I didn't know if there was anything else that people need to know.
No. I mean, like, let me see if I can elaborate on that.
I think the point is too, is that like they'll tell you their problems for you to either want to engage or like kind of like for example, we went to Apato, right? And we met some girls there, but they didn't upfront ask for money. But what happened was they took our WhatsApps. We spoke a little bit more. Like, mi amor, my refrigerator. How do you say refrigerator in Spanish?
Refrigerador.
My refrigerator broke down.
Bro, you
cannot.
You can't even say technological, motherfucker. Shut up. Say it. Technological.
What the fuck is that, Frank?
And I cannot pay for my refrigerator. And it's like, what are you telling me it's for? But they want you to offer to pay. So that's kind of like, I'm saying in a way.
Yeah. So they come in different shades. There's like the outright ones that are like, hey, I'll come over and have sex with you for, $60 or whatever. And then there's the ones that will just be like, you get the number on Tinder, you'll chat for a second, say, hey, I'm leaving the house. Like, can you get me like a recarga, a recharge? It would be like a recharge of like their data, like buy them like a gigabyte or whatever of data.
Okay.
And you're just like,
who you talking
next, you know what I mean? So no, I mean, I don't think I can elaborate that on pretty much. If they start, talking about all their financial hardships and problems, or asking you for money, they're a prepago, prepaid hooker. If they don't, then they're not a prepago.
There you go.
All right, so fairly simple then.
That was easy.
So they just basically they don't really, there's no shame in their game. They'll just tell you straight up, I want money, asshole.
Yeah.
All right. Now safety as far as like dealing with girls, because I've heard a lot of horror stories about guys getting robbed by chicks and getting set up, or them putting drugs in your drinks or whatever it is like that. What should guys do as far as like dealing with that?
Yeah, so there's a drug out there called scopolamine. Vice did a documentary on it before Vice was like crazy and like super left. They did a good documentary on it. I think some of the stuff they say could be a bit exaggerated, but basically it's somewhat of a date rape drug for men that chicks use. It comes from a certain plant and they make this powder. and they'll try to slip it in your drink or, somehow get you to consume it. And for the longest time, so there's these expat meaning foreigners who live in Colombia, group on Facebook where you'd hear about it every like once in a while. And then every time the guy would post in the group, like, I got scoped, like scopolamine. I got, they basically put the chemical, the drug in their drink. The guy passed out and she robbed everything from his apartment. Right. That's what I got scoped means. So he'd be like, oh, I got scoped. It was horrible. She took everything. Oh my God.
What are they normally going for? Cell phones?
Yeah.
Tablets,
laptops, stuff like that.
Electronics?
Yeah.
Cash.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll get into a juicy one in a second, but the guys that would say that is like, yeah, some 70-year-old fat guy living off his pension from Oklahoma who thought a 19-year-old was into him for love. Doesn't speak a word of Spanish. He got there yesterday, and it's just like, come on, you know what I mean? But now, since the pandemic, remember I told you guys it got a little dangerous. It's improving because now a lot of people are vaccinated down there. Things are opening up, yada yada yada. It's getting better, but now you actually hear about like young, cool guys once in a while will get scoped. I would say again, it's don't, if you're extremely inexperienced or blue pill, you haven't gotten a lot of girls here yet, or you haven't traveled a lot. If you have any suspicion you might be naive, come to me, datingcoachcolombia.com. I'll tell you what to look out for, but it can happen. It's rare. I wouldn't worry about it. It's one of these things where, anytime you go hiking, a bear could come attack you. You could fall off a cliff and die. I mean, like anytime you do something kind of fun, exhilarating, a new adventure, like if you're that worried about like that happening, if that's going to be a reason to stop you from having making insanely cool, high value friends and getting the most beautiful women of your life, if like that small risk is enough to deter you, you're the type of guy who wears 2 masks in the car while you're driving alone.
Okay, fair enough.
You know what I mean?
So don't be a pussy,
Okay.
but it is definitely something that can happen.
It can.
Just don't. So I guess the takeaway from that one, guys, is don't accept any drinks from girls in Colombia.
Yeah, just don't take your eye off your drink. If you dabbled in the prepaid mobile phone plans,
because those are the girls that are most likely.
Yeah, those are the ones that are
the ones that are going to be most likely to drug you.
Yep,
that's the ones that do it.
Or set you up to get robbed.
They may pose as not a hooker, right? They may pose as a normal girl with her whole head like, I can't wait to put it in this guy's drink. But it's so rare. Given I would not worry about it. But yeah, like if you get any vibes like that, if it's awkward, but she's still fake acting like she's overtly into you, like these are vibe things. I can't, like I would just know.
Yeah,
but I'm picturing some, guy who's just
like, you're not properly escalating and you're doing a bunch of stupid shit and she's still into you. Like what the hell's going on here?
But then a lot of guys wouldn't be able to recognize that maybe. So I don't know how to tell them. But yeah, I wouldn't leave your drink, out of your sight. But again, it's probably not going to happen.
All right, if someone wants to get property there and like get an apartment, what should they do?
As far as so like
housing,
it's tough.
So housing is one thing. If you just want to get a visa, there's easier ways to get a visa. Just stay in the country. I guess that's not the question, but you can get like a student visa. I stayed there for a year for like $1,500 US, one-time payment. And I get Spanish classes. I didn't go that much, but I did go sometimes. But if you're talking about the property just for that, there's easier ways to stay. But if you're specifically asking about the property,
like how does someone procure an apartment?
Unfortunately, if you want to buy it, you can't get credit. So if you want $1 million house, you got to give them $1 million.
Okay.
They're not going to do.
So you ain't gonna get no financing as an American citizen.
No.
All right. What if you want to rent?
If you want to rent, you can go through an agency called Casa Col. It's like Casa Col, CASACOL.
Okay.
It means house is Casa, CASA, and then Col is obviously Colombia. Casa Col. There's other ones. If you just Google, like in English, like how to rent an apartment in Medellin, you'll probably get a website called like medellinguide.net or Medellin Guru, whatever the site is, and they can walk you through it. But again, that's something I can help with a lot. Like for my apartment, I do have a Colombian ID card. It's expired. It's called a cedula.
Cedula, yep.
Yeah, cedula. And even though it was expired, just seeing that I had a Colombian bank account, like put it this way, if if you're having a real estate nightmare trying to rent a house like in your name, which if you're going to be there any longer than like a few months, do get an unfurnished place, buy the furniture. My place is a 3-bedroom baller area, super nice. And I pay like with the internet, with 150 gigabyte internet and electricity and everything, comes out to like about $1,000 a month. Yeah. And it's a dope place.
And you split it with your buddies?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
so basically,
what is the total rent then?
it's 1,000. Yeah.
So you paid $330?
Yeah. So, well, basically, because I bought all the furniture, which is $10K to furnish it. No, it was like eight grand, whatever.
God
to furnish
damn,
it.
nigga,
And
what'd you buy? Golden couches?
well, I bought all new shit, and it's 3 bedrooms, so 3 beds, a lot of kitchen stuff, a couch.
Alright, so you bought nice shit.
I had a carpenter make a table for me because I like to do that. I'm a cook. I have dinner parties and whatnot. But because I. Because I
I'm
went
just
through,
listening to this. Like I'm just.
And
a
also,
minimalist,
he
like,
buys
fuck.
knives. They're like what, $100 per knife?
yeah, I have like nice chef knives
So
and stuff like
it's
that.
just expensive.
Yeah.
I rent out each bedroom for $500 to
Okay.
them, and so it's 1,000 total. I rent out each bedroom for $500. I live there rent free.
Oh shit.
Fire.
Okay.
Every once, like, I haven't one time I deal with like a
Do
bullshit.
you own the property?
No, I don't. No.
Okay,
No,
but you
just
okay.
yeah.
You just have you own the lease and you have the
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, so about that. So let's say because you can kind of get as a foreigner into like these nightmare situations where you're just getting rejected and denied, apartments.
Yeah, that's what I think a big thing. A lot of guys
yeah.
are trying to figure out. Like, I want to
So,
move. What do I do?
Yeah. Just get the fucking student visa. Get the fucking student visa. It's $1,500. You can stay there for a year. If you're trying to rent, lease a place in your name, you want to be there for a year anyway. You probably want to show up to a Spanish class or two anyway.
So you can get a student visa to learn Spanish in Colombia.
And then that'd be good for a year.
Okay.
And then once you
Will
have
you get your cedula too when you do that?
then you get the cedula,
Bam.
which is the ID. It's a Colombian ID card. And then you can get a bank account.
Nice.
Bam.
And then when you go to this real estate company and you're like, look, bro, like, I know what you're thinking. Like, 30-something white guy, you're thinking sex pat, you think he's gonna come in here, fuck a bunch of girls, do a bunch of drugs, and leave. Like, I'm not that guy. I have the cedula, I have the ID card, I have a fucking bank account here. Like, I'm not going anywhere. They'll work with you after. You may have to pay like 6 months rent up front or something like that, which is like in the case what I had to do.
Yeah.
And whatever.
So it's not easy to get a place in Colombia as people may think.
It's not.
No, it's short term, like just go through Casa Col or something like that. But no, like if you want to,
like a legit apartment with your name and a lease.
It's a bit of a challenge. Again, I can help with that a lot. I can handle from meeting girls to getting apartment. I mean, anything.
So-
I've been there for 6 years. So if you guys can email me.
So
if you
here's my
wanna know.
thing. So let's give, I guess, guys parameters. If they want to go there for a year, go get the visa, go there, learn Spanish, go take the classes, right?
Yep.
Let's say they want to go for 2 to 3 months to figure it out.
Yeah.
Should they run the Airbnb route? Should they try to get an apartment? Should they stay at hotels?
Definitely not a hotel.
They'll stay at a hotel. Okay. Dangerous, right?
No, not dangerous. Just overpriced and like
Okay.
it's just like I don't want to live at a hotel. Like
Yeah.
they don't have a kitchen. Not that someone
And
like you
also,
would care.
bringing girls back could be a problem too at a hotel. It's a big
Yeah.
problem.
Why?
You want to tell me
Yeah.
why?
So every nice property, whether it's a hotel or a really nice apartment, 99% of them anyway, have what's called porteros, which are basically security guards. That's like roughly
Okay.
a security guard. So portero, security guard. The porteros can be fucking dicks.
Yeah.
I can tell you how to avoid that and how to, find buildings. Cause like if you sign a 6-month lease at a place and then you try to bring a girl back and he's like, no. Like, cause number one, they're just haters. They see you like stunting on their fucking face, like, bringing back 9s like daily.
Yeah.
And they're just like, no, like in their reality, they're like, they must be hookers, right?
Okay.
Because they're just, some security guard chump, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're jealous. So I can tell you how to avoid that. But yeah, so to answer your question, you're coming for 3 months.
Yeah. If they're
Yeah, just do Casa Col or Airbnb.
Okay.
And split it with somebody.
Okay.
But just know that you are overpaying and you could get that, way cheaper if you did the longer term route. But
So
maybe,
3 months and less do the Casa Col thing, which
Yeah.
will that give you an apartment? What will that give
yeah,
you?
they just have properties. They'll be furnished apartments that are very nice.
Okay, that you could stay in a little bit longer term, and then 6 months or 6 months and above, get the visa.
Absolutely.
Okay, and then how do you get around the security guards if you got a chick that you want to bring back to your spot? What the
Got
hell?
Airbnb.
Yeah. So
God damn, that's fucking weird. Like you
no.
can't even. What the fuck?
No. just have good relationships with your porteros. And I know all the buildings that have like notorious reputations for super dick porteros. And if you're cool with them, and I like if you bribe them, and bro, I mean like bribe them like, hey, just like make up, this is not even true. Like the delivery guy brought 2 of this steak that I ordered. Like, I'm not that, do you want this other steak? He's gonna be like, oh my God. Like, you know, or I remember I came back one time. I noticed the porteros are like their little huts, you know, in front of the place. It's like this little sweaty room with like a window.
Why are they so like militant about you bringing chicks back? I'm
They're
confused.
not always. I'd say like some of them are just because they're fucking haters.
But how can they even decline?
So at this one building,
pay to live there. Like, what the?
So there's this one building called Edificio Gauss, and it's notorious. Some gringo died there. He killed himself. He overdosed. He was with a bunch of girls doing like, he may have been involved in a webcam studio, but whatever it was, he was just drugs and girls, and noise. And then he overdosed and he died. And then that building is just like
super.
Any white guy or foreigner, not just a white guy, any foreigner bringing back a girl is problems. He's gonna die again. It's gonna look really bad, and they're just like paranoid and they're just dickish about it. Yeah, but for the most part, you know, if you're just rolling the dice, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, you're not gonna get porteros that are insane dickheads.
Okay.
And like I said, I noticed that they're in there just like texting. They're on the internet all day, just watching, you know, Facebook or whatever. So I came back one time, and I got all of them power banks, you know, like an external battery so they can like charge their phones. So just give them a power bank now and again, throw them, you know, a bone, literally like throw them some food, you know, now and again. And they'll be super appreciative and they won't give you any problems.
By the way, guys, like the video. I'm looking right now. There's only 1.6K likes and almost 4,000 you guys in here. Like the goddamn video. We get a lot of game right now about stuff that no one else would be telling y'all.
We didn't even mention all the fun things you can do in Colombia, like the hills, you know, going on trips, all that stuff. But
Patreon.
We got some
jet skis.
Okay. Uncle Luke 1980s. If you decide to marry a Colombian woman and want to start a family with her, are you leaving her in Colombia or are you bringing her to States? Bring her to USA as a risk. Okay, Fresh talked about this. He's leaving her there.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Fresh, can you get Floyd Mayweather on the show? He always here in Miami. That's going to be tough, my friend.
Actually, let me not say that. I'll leave it up.
All right, Daquan Lewis, $2. He said Pocahontas. He likes Elizabeth Warren.
That would be a no.
Hit the like button. Facts, guys. Yo, get us to at least 3K likes, man. There's 3,500 you guys on YouTube alone, and then another 300 or 400 you guys on Twitch.
Guys,
do me a favor,
and guys.
Yeah, get us to 3K
we need
likes.
Only 100 subs on our clip channel to get 150K. We are literally 50 away.
All right, Michael Meestroke, 5. Hit the like button. Thank you. $20 time shift.
Thanks,
How's
Michael.
the city, Barranquilla?
Oh, I forgot. That's right by Cartagena. So basically the same thing. Sofia Vergara is from Barranquilla. Shakira is from Barranquilla. That and Cartagena have like the reputation of they're just ridiculous. It'd be a similar thing. Yeah. It'd be a similar thing.
And then we got how is this? Okay, we're at that one. Okay,
Smooth,
Bogota and Chia got to hit up the Carne de Rest party there. Was amazing for real. Aguardiente and altitude was humbling. We'll be back. Salute. Okay.
Casey, what is aguardiente?
Aguardiente is like it's not like tequila. It's like 20% alcohol. It's a drink. It's a liquor.
Yeah.
It comes from sugar cane, but it's poison. I remember one time I did 2 shots of aguardiente.
Bros.
Had some girls over, had some fun. They left, did about an hour or 2 more of work, went to bed, and had like a hangover.
Dude, they told me it was water. I was like, oh shit,
bro.
I got fucked up.
Don't do
it.
Yeah.
All right. Sunny B from Low Key Famous. Females at my job are mad at me and this guy for talking about how we agree with you on this guy's podcast. I laughed in their face, especially the one that was fat and wants to know why we like the quiet Korean girl who's younger. Hey, it is what it is, bro. It's hilarious, man. It's only in the United States do fat girls think it's okay for them to be fat and still think they deserve a guy. It's funny to me. 1 Timothy 2:12, message deleted. All right, probably made fun of Fresh's hairline, or sorry, Chris's head or hairline. Darian Saint, Fresh, refrigerator.
Fresh egg.
And then Adil, also refrigerator. And then Rique Calabero, how is the visa/residency process? I think we just broke that one down. And then $5 from Michael Meestroke, $5. Hit the like button. Visa residency process. Is there anything there?
Yeah, the you can marry a girl, you can find some chick from the barrio to just like marry you. Also, there's no alimony. As don't quote me on that. I believe that there's no alimony, and if you make a mistake and you accidentally create a new human being inside of a woman, I don't think you need to pay alimony either when you come back here. That can get kind of dicey. It depends on the state laws, and she'd have to figure out the really complex process to try to like sue you for it, which would be, way beyond her capacity. But yeah, What was the original question?
And residency.
You
Basically,
stupid.
it said visa and residency
Okay.
in Colombia.
Oh, yeah,
We
so-
talked about the visa.
Why I got on that topic was saying you could marry a chick, but I got off on a tangent as
Alright,
I normally do.
Is there any other visa that guys can get?
Yeah, you can get like a
Student
business
visa? What else?
Yeah, business visas are really easy. I don't know all the ins and outs, but I have an expert in that. Anybody can email me.
Hit you up.
Yeah, datingcoachcolombia@gmail.com. But if you want to stay in the country, you can stay. Like there's many easy ways to stay.
Okay.
David
And you
Bond.
don't need a just to go to Colombia, like to visit for a couple weeks. You don't need a visa, correct?
No, you can. You can stay. Here's how it works, right? On any calendar year, you can stay for 3 months, 90 days uninterrupted. Then you must leave once, and then you can do another 90 days. So you can
Okay.
do that for 6 months.
You can cross into Venezuela if you want.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah, I
go
wouldn't
to
do that,
Venezuela, but
Yeah,
Panama or something like that. You can do a visa run, and but it resets at the end of a calendar year. So if you come in June, you can effectively stay for a year. Because think about it, you come in at June,
Mhm.
then you do a quick visa run in August,
Mhm.
and then at December you're at my 6 months, it's up. But then a new calendar year begins in January. So then you can do
Wait,
that.
is it 90 or 60 or 6 months?
It's forget the visa run. Let's just forget the quick visa run and say it's 6 months.
Okay.
So you do June to
Okay.
December is 6 months.
Yep.
So then you have to leave. Oh, but then in January
It
it's a new
renews.
calendar year.
Okay,
so
because
then
you
can
said
do,
90 days originally. So
it's 90 days,
60.
leave, and then another 90.
Okay.
You can't do 6 months without leaving.
Okay, so
you can
do have
90.
to leave once.
Yeah, you can do 90,
All right.
leave, and do another 90.
That's how it works with visa waiver countries in general. But Colombia is not. We have the visa waiver with them, but they don't have a visa waiver with us. They need a visa to come here.
Privilege.
So okay, that makes sense.
We got
David Bond.
Anything else?
David
Dave Bond?
Bond.
I've been in Colombia for months. Security guards are a nightmare. You think it's hard to bring one girl? Try bringing 5. God damn.
Guys,
I think that must be in your city, David, because in Medellin, I think they're just used to having more foreigners here. Like David, one of the reasons he likes Cali, I think he just likes other things about the city too, but there's fewer gringos, fewer foreigners in Cali, and it's more of like a feeding frenzy.
I heard about that in Bogota too. That there's less foreigners as well.
There's still quite a bit. If you want, like, I'd go to Cartagena or Barranquilla if you want to be like, or even like a smaller city like Pereira or Armenia, like these little cities.
your best bet, bro, is to get an Airbnb, a big one. Like, remember we got a mansion with Carl when I went, and we brought like 20 girls back, bro.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it was lit.
and
No security.
I think David
no,
had some bad
no
luck
issues.
too, but but they
Yeah.
can be. I mean, to David's point, like roll the dice, get unlucky a couple times, maybe another city. I don't know, that city could be worse. And yeah, it's what a bummer, right? Pay all this money for a great baller place. You have all these fantasies in your head of what you're gonna do there, and then
some security guard tries to cock block you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, like the video, by the way, guys. All right, Marquis Montgomery, $10. How did Casey and Mo learn Spanish?
Living there for 6 years and taking classes.
Mo, how'd you learn it?
And first of all, no ease on Mo. And I had learned through a language learning program. And
Wait, someone's booty in the shot.
All right.
Yeah, girls are here.
Yeah, girls are here, guys.
so a language learning program and practicing with other like coworkers I had coworkers who don't even know English, but they speak Spanish all the time. And I practice with them, and they'd be happy to help me out.
Cool.
You get a girlfriend.
And then we got
Practice
Sammy Soulmate, $5. Much love from Cali. And shout out to all our weirdos who accuse me of being a dude just because I support y'all. Like the video. Thanks, Sammy.
Thank
Oh,
you.
one of the
Appreciate it.
7.
Yeah, we're up to 7 girls that like the show. And then
Jay
Jay
Banga
Banga
Beats
Beats
TV.
TV. Honestly, if you're American, you automatically got game anywhere in South America. I'm Peruvian American, so I would know. LOL, FNF gang. Thank you so much, Jay Banga Beats.
Hey.
And then
That's why
we
they
got-
love Latino foreigners too. It's not just white guys.
Ah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
any
one.
foreigner.
Aldair Novello, $2. How would a Hispanic / Latino from here do there?
He just answered
We
that.
just
Yeah,
answered that.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
So
cool.
great question. Cool,
All right,
guys.
Casey, where can they find you, bro?
Yeah, datingcoachcolombia.com. It's just a landing page. It's just an opt-in page where you can drop in your email and just get on our wait list. We do these live in coaching programs where, like, obviously how to meet chicks, but I can introduce you to 7- and 8-figure business owners as well. How to solve
Seems
everything.
like the social circle game is key there, bro.
Yeah,
Because you throw the house parties, you have this already assumed value. You're in with a strong network of guys. You're living cheap as fuck. Like, that's what it
Yeah.
sounds like. You
It's a
guys, if you want to
blast,
go to
man.
Colombia, hit Casey up. This is the guy you
Yep.
want to get with, man.
It's a blast. So yeah, datingcoachcolombia.com, and on that landing page, you'll see the email, which is just datingcoachcolombia@gmail.com. And do not fucking DM me, but my Instagram is Casey Redbeard, CASEY
They're gonna DM
Redbeard.
you now.
And I will I'll make an offer. I'll pick one random email for anybody who joins my email list. to get more information, and I'll just give it to you for free. So
shit.
you
Oh,
know,
shit.
we charge for this program. It's not free and it's not super cheap. It's an expensive, high value program where you learn a lot. But for one lucky person who opts in, I'll let you join one of the programs for free. And I think I wanted to say one more thing about that, but
All right.
Crypto course is also
Yes.
below, guys. Get in there to get your money out points so that you can go to Colombia and chill. God damn it.
Or anywhere you want.
Yeah, anywhere you want.
And
You know
shout
what I'm
out to
saying?
Rollo Tomasi in the chat, by the way.
Hey, shout out to Rollo. But yeah, man, check us out over there, guys. The link is below. Get in the crypto course. Did you think about what you want to say?
no, I think that was it. Yeah, that's it, guys. Just reach out, send me an email. One person gets a free gets to take the program for free, and that's it. Thank you guys for having me. Appreciate it.
Cool.
It's, putting out my hand.
Oh, yeah.
Almost
No,
let
it's
me
always
hang
good to see you, man.
Almost let me hang
Even
it.
though I hate your soul.
White and black.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
No, man. Casey, it was great to have you here.
Yeah.
We have these discussions every day, guys.
Yeah,
So, you know what I'm saying? Talking about this shit. But yeah, get in the crypto course. Check them out at datingcoachcolombia.com. And we'll be right back with some lovely ladies, guys. Like the goddamn video. Help us with the engagement. See you guys in a bit.